Are you ready, kids?
Club.
So aggressive.
Sweet sound of my entourage. All right, welcome back, everyone. This is, of course, Patria 2, Electric Boogaloo, The Reckoning, The Rebirth, The Remaster. I hope everyone's doing good tonight. How you guys doing?
Doing all right.
He's finally visited.
Good. So I think nothing to announce, so we can just go ahead and get started.
Let's get this shit on the roll.
Yeah, let's go. Last time we left off, you all came up with a plan to expose the spy who is terrorizing the tri-state area. And you put your plan together in a motion and decided the best time to do this would be homecoming night. So last we left off, you all were heading over to homecoming night to put to work your plan. You all walk into the homecoming scene. It's in the school gym. There's balloons everywhere, confetti all over the floor. There's a underpaid DJ at the front of the stage. Food and drinks table. Normal, snacks. There's a punch bowl. And it smells terrible because it's filled with high schoolers. Moss, you wanted to ask someone to homecoming. Who did you choose?
Well, it's been many a year since I went anything resembling a homecoming. I think I will play it safe and choose my good friend Amon. Amon, would you like to accompany me to the party this evening?
Oh, go on. Let's get to that there homecoming. I gotta gosh darn tootin' fancy dancing shoes on. I got me a fancy bat cape to go along with it.
Absolutely fabulous, Amon. You two walk into the prom, and the lights are dazzling and blinding. You see your friends in the distance, Aqua and Niall, who are keeping an eye on the dance floor. Please roll perception checks, you two.
That's a 2 plus 5, so 7. Well, golly cheese, Niall, this dance floor sure is dancing.
That's a net one.
Oh shit.
First, Niall, you see that Kuno is holding a bottle of cola and doing what looks like Fortnite dances on that floor. Besides that, you notice that there's a fellow you haven't seen around here before. He's short, not dwarven, looks to be human, but he has green tinted skin. Niall, you notice that his eyes are sort of bulging from his head, looking in two different directions.
Niall?
What?
Psst. Niall!
What?
Niall!
What? I'm
That
saying,
person
what do you
doesn't-
want?
That person looks like a lizard, doesn't he?
Someone kill me, please.
Soren, you remember from your research in the hidden library that the culprit likely had some non-typical humanoid features, despite being human. Did you share this with the party?
Do I tell anyone? Or do I keep this to myself? No. I'll say something because Soren really wants to get the hell out of here. So okay. Niall, someone, anyone listening, really. I remember some research I did that the culprit didn't have typical humanoid features. That might be the guy over there.
Wow. Soren actually decided to tell us something for once.
Well, just I like my dark places, so I want to get the hell out of here, so.
Same. Fair enough. Nick, that's you.
Well, gosh, Dilly Dom. She pulls out.
Excellent.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Well, maybe we can probe his brain and find out some of his deep dark secrets.
Kuno holds up an empty bottle of cola. Oh yes, I can accompany you.
Oh, me too.
All right, you three approach the strange lizard dude.
Well, gosh, diddly. I'ma stick by this punch bowl in case I need to wet my whistle.
You see Moss suddenly in a trench coat. hallway hold up, and he's got a cigarette. And he's just like, well, in that case, I'm gonna go check the water closet to see if any other suspicious lads are afoot.
As you approach the green man, you notice that his appearance looks a little familiar, with his skin glistening in the light. Aqua, roll a history check. While she's doing that, what are the other two doing?
Kuno pulls out. Not Kuno.
I will use my mind melder of 5,000 to calculate the exact frequency of our brainwaves and connect it to this gentleman here.
Oh, very nice. I'm going to cause a distraction. Do I see any of my brothers around this year?
Roll perception.
Anyone looking to bump it? That's a 15, yeah.
It's hard to tell with the crowd, but you see a couple of your buddies by the punch bowl, Jet and Dallas. That's who you see.
Wunderbar! I shall go speak to them and see if they can do a pep rally cheers. Yippee!
Roll for performance.
That is another 15. I will do another Fortnite dance.
All right. With the combined power of your Fortnite dance and friendship with Jet and Dallas, you cause quite the scene. Everyone seems pretty distracted.
We are flossing on everyone.
Aqua, what did you get?
Well, let's see. A 7.
Great roll. You notice that his appearance seems more frog-like than lizard-like. It reminds you of a pet that you used to have in the past named Greg.
Oh my gosh! I run up to him and start shouting, Greg, is that you? You've gotten so big! Oh my goodness, you were the size of a quarter pounder last time I saw you!
The frogman sputters. What? Who are you? What are you talking about?
Well, this seems like the perfect time to use my new invention to read his mind with my Mind Melder 5000. And I will cast Detect Thoughts. I need him to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, hold on. I need to grab my dice.
My roommates are laughing at me.
Oh, God.
Oh.
What was that?
Jesus, Lord of mercy.
Why does our DM
Alright.
stack
Are there
plates on all their
dice?
dice?
You got?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. An 18.
Not high enough for my intellectual powers. I push up my glasses and the light causes them to just shine pure white. I have a +3 arcane grimoire and an intelligence of 15, and I am an 11th level wizard with a +4 proficiency bonus, giving me a DC of 19.
All right. You delve into his thoughts. Despite acting like he has no idea who Aqua is, he instantly recognized her the second she ran up to him. He really is Greg. Going even further, you see his true intentions. He wants to summon a demon right here in the middle of North, South, East, West, Central High School homecoming.
Oh, sprockets! Oh, gizmos! Oh, here's an oil! This guy's gonna summon a demon!
Jinkies!
Oh no, this isn't good. Oh no, it's actually me. My bad. Good. Everyone was too happy for my taste. It's about time something fun actually happened.
I will message Moss and Amon to get their asses over here if it even matters.
Y'all gonna see a man moseying on over to that there dance floor.
Moss comes over in a leather jacket, blue jeans, and a white tee underneath. He looks like he's carrying a switchblade and pops out a comb and he licks his hair back. He winks at a group of students and gives them a smile that sparkles when I want them to faint in awe.
All right. Well, performance.
All right, let's see what I get. All right, that's an 11 plus 65 for a total of 76. What happens to him, Teach? Do they faint like I want them to?
Just barely enough. Everyone swoons at you. They don't all faint, but one girl does need to be caught by her friends as she falls backwards.
Here, like this.
All right, I'll catch you later, Toots. He winks at her and then proceeds to head over to the group.
Kuno, can you roll another performance check to see if you keep the rest of the homecoming distracted? Kuno?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I will roll another performance check, and that is a natural 1.
Plus.
Plus 1.
Not enough. The DC was 3. Unfortunately, the pyramid
Damn it.
pyramid you created with everyone in homecoming falls to the ground.
It is so painful. Someone help me!
Oh dear Lord.
Well, that's going on.
It
Aqua,
fell on
what
top of me.
what are you doing?
Gasp! Greg, how many times have I been over this young man? No summoning demons on the weekends. You know it makes your tummy upset.
Oh,
You're
no!
grounded, Mr. Man.
Greg suddenly looks panicked. He shakes his head intensely. No, wait, Mom, you don't understand. I'm not in my emo phase anymore. I wasn't trying to summon any old evil demon. You watch as he slams his webbed hand onto the ground, and the whole room lights up in bright purple lights. But then they expand. Every color of the rainbow lights up the room and becomes larger, illuminating the entire tri-state area itself. A rumbling rises throughout the gym, and a demon rises from the floor. Everyone freezes in fear, and the demon plants his feet onto the ground, glaring at all who gaze upon him. I see thou hast summoned me to this decrepit place, dear follower. He stares at Greg. I see there is much work to be done here. He raises a palm, magical energy gathering before you all. He raises up his fist, and you all hear music. The roof of the school gym shatters, and you look up to see that the sun itself has turned into a disco ball.
Oh, no.
The demon stares at you all once more. Finally, my dream is realized. Now dance will be eternal, for I am the demon of dance.
No!
You all cheer in excitement.
Woo!
Yes, never mind. Yes, way better than I thought it was going to be.
No, get me the fuck out of here.
You're
Come
compelled
on, Buddha.
to dance along with all of your heart and soul. Literally, it seems, because so many people dance so hard they drop dead in front of you.
I'm killing them.
Oh yeah, they just did not have the moves.
Storyteller, am I immune to this effect because my heart is cold and empty and I have no soul?
Yes, you are. Yeah.
Oh, okay, thank you.
And I think that's where we'll go to break.
I like to move it. I like to
We'll be
move
back
it, move
in
it. I like to move it,
about
move it.
5 minutes.
It is Kuno's favorite song.
And we'll continue from there.
Kuno's
So we'll see you
favorite
guys
song.
in a little bit.
All right, great session, DM.
Bye, everyone. We'll be back.
Back in a few.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Session 50 already.
The big
Can you guys
5-0.
believe it? The
5-0,
big
we made it,
5-0.
guys. We made it to
We made
50.
it.
We did. Honestly, I'm, I don't want to maybe knock on wood here first,
5
but
decades
like,
of playing
round
this
of
game.
applause for nobody full dying in 50 sessions. That's
5 decades.
Today's the day.
Today's the
the
day.
day.
Every day is a
Let's
brand
die.
new day, you know.
On
Every
this
day.
day, April 1st, in the year 2024.
4 members of the Lost and Found were struck from the earth.
They got hit by a truck.
Smited by Lothar.
Oh,
AKA
thanks
the
for
truck
the
of Lothar.
bit, Zombie Killa. We're just starting now, so appreciate the 1,000 bits to
thanks for
start
the
us
fun
off.
Yeah.
but
Good.
It's always nice to start with some bits.
it's
always great to start
fantastic.
the stream off strong.
So I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
no bit, no nothing. Just everyone focus.
Yeah,
we
honestly,
just-
you know what? It was a little bit busy. I hosted
We
a
weren't sure
one
about doing
shot.
a cold open.
Yeah. I was running a one shot last night, so I honestly didn't have time to really write the recap. I promised
in math
Club
class.
that I would. You were in math class. I promised Club that I would write the recap. They were really busy this week. They had a big creative writing assignment. Anyone remember what happened last week? Because like genuinely, gonna freeball it a little bit. Like we were shopping.
And I went
Signed
to a
us up for a
library.
gladiatorial battle.
Right,
Yeah,
Moss
that's
did
And signed up.
forcibly
Oh, yeah.
sign
All of us
everyone
up.
up.
I
Without
signed
asking
all of
anyone.
us up without asking.
Yeah.
And Kelsey has a brother?
Oh right. Yes.
Yeah, right,
And
yeah.
no,
That's
turned down
probably more
Kelsey.
important.
She asked him out.
Yes, that's true.
I'm taking guitar to prom.
That's weird. Why would you?
Scandal.
I don't think there's any
Taking both
proms.
Soren
in
and Kuno to
Patria,
prom.
Oh shit.
Prom.
Yeah,
Me and
it's wild.
Soren
It's like a kid's
are-
senior.
In the library.
Yeah, you're getting a
At the
curse
library.
with that.
right?
Learning about
Yeah.
learning
Yes.
about Aqua's curse.
Zombie says we did stuff and things is what they remembered. I think that sounds pretty accurate.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty accurate.
Fucking on.
Spot on.
I am going to start off the session with a little fun little thing. We don't really have a recap. We're going to dive right in. It was a shopping episode. We learned a little bit about the Blade of Kelsine maybe having a brother, potentially other siblings, one of them belonging to the... what was his silly
She
name?
also lacks
The Grand
tact and
Marshal.
subtlety.
Yeah, the Grand Marshal.
The Grand
And
Marshal.
also, we learned about an oath that Kelsine has.
Yep.
That's true.
Yep.
Yeah, if Kuno wants
oath-
to stop playing for the bad guy.
We don't know they're bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
Yeah, we also
and
don't know if
you-
Kelsine is good.
Yeah, this is
true.
you above all people would trust a weapon made by Kylo.
Oh no, absolutely not.
We're gonna start this off. I would like everybody to roll a d6, and don't yell out the number because we're gonna add them
Secrets.
cumulatively here.
Oh, that's great.
This is how many boulders fall on us.
Yeah, how much psychic damage you all take.
How many assassins
on one of
come to
us.
take us out in the night?
They fall.
All right.
No,
Stop. Why me?
it's for your
Because I'm right
curse.
next to her.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Aqua, what'd you get?
I got a 3.
Okay. Nico, what'd you get?
6.
Ooh. How about you, Nick? Or Kuno?
5.
5. Okay. Amon. 2. Okay.
I get to guess.
Shout out to
Sora.
the 2 crew.
1.
Ooh. Niall.
Shout out to the 1 funds.
Also a 1. Okay.
Classic Nile.
1
Moss.
funds. 2.
Okay.
2 crew. 2 crew.
All right. So a total with my roll. I also rolled a 6 of 26.
It's really bad.
26.
Yeah.
26.
Out of 8 sixes, 26 is really bad.
Thanks, 2 crew.
Thanks
than
to
Not the fun ones. We're
not the fun ones. It's only a few below average. It's not too bad.
Only a
All
little
right.
below average.
Niall has rejoined the party. I do remember that. Niall took some time to themselves and has thus returned.
Mm-hmm.
I think you guys
Went on a
had made
spiritual
your way
retreat.
back to the Citadel, your place of residence that you've been given, and you have the knight, I believe. Moss, I don't remember if we covered this last session, but you were told a few sessions ago that it would be a number of days before your meeting could be fully set up, but it is likely happening soon. It is also very likely that on the next R day, which is this world's equivalent of Monday, in 3 days on the 16th of Briscar, the announcement will be made for what the council has decided.
Oh,
Heralds
nice.
in the street, as you guys made your way back, explained that there was some sort of delay as they were finalizing things that needed to be prepared in time for the announcement to be made. Moss, at some point during the last session, likely when you were in the Citadel itself, a helper of the house kind of came up to you and let you know that your appointment would also be delayed until the day after, which is the 17th. And then the 21st
That's no good.
is the event, the rite, the tournament. So,
Cool.
a lot of you are in the Citadel. It's later in the evening, I believe.
In the library. Someone left.
So, what would you guys like to do?
I'd like to know when the tea lady's coming back.
Right. You and
Soren.
Soren had gone to the library.
I'm asking Soren if he's gonna get those tattoos all over his arms like she was doing with all those
I already Soren's like just pulls down his arm and just like everything's carved into his arm.
Can you do what she can do?
Magic?
No, like however she had like all the woo around her with like all the the words when like came off her hand and back onto her hand and just.
No.
I think you should do that. That'd look a lot cooler.
I'm good. I'm not here to like.
Do you not want to look cool?
I don't care.
The fact that you hesitated means that you do care. And like a pinch. You know, like sugar, spice, and everything nice, and then all of a sudden Chemical X is like in, and then you just
or just
bag.
Just sighs. It's like, what? What are you even talking about?
I don't know. I had this weird dream last night.
This is why you're acting so weird.
Yeah, I don't. It boggles my mind.
What was the dream? Did you tell me before? No, you haven't told anyone yet. Or Nico. You haven't told Nico.
I haven't told anyone. All I know is that there was these three girls, Bubbles, Blossom, and Buttercup, and then they were just defeating the world, and they had a dad who was a professor, so like maybe Nico would know them. But weirdly enough, they didn't have fingers or thumbs. They were just like weird little stubs of hands. It was a weird dream. It reminded me of which one? The green one, the Buttercup. Nope. Yep, I was right. I'm right.
I regret asking.
It's okay. A lot of people do.
You had me curious. I thought it was more pertaining to something else, but.
Oh, and you don't get just random dreams?
Yes, but I don't. They don't. If they're not important, then I don't share them usually.
Well, dreams are always important because I feel like subconsciously it means something. So like, maybe no, I'm not gonna finish my sentence. I was gonna say we all have like a little girl inside of us, and like, nah, let's not go there.
Nope. You still said it though.
You still said it. That's the crazy thing. Is he still absolutely said it.
We all have a little girl inside of us. Like that's our spirit fighter.
Yeah.
We got that girl. That girl in us instead of the dog.
We are digging a hole further down.
I got that girl in me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, fight the power.
Demonetize.
No, as long as you don't describe what you do with the girl. So like is
same thing. I got that dog in me. Not
wolf.
a problem.
Woof.
Society.
Woof. So I don't know, like it's just a dream, making conversation, because the tea lady is not coming back anytime soon, and I don't know how long she's actually been gone for.
It's been like 5 minutes, Aqua. It's been only 5 minutes.
Has it really?
No, it hasn't been that long, and you
2
are.
more minutes, then it's heaven.
All right. Where's this tea lady at?
Just dead silence in the entire building.
No, you hear Greg going.
Yeah.
Where's this tea lady at?
She eventually comes back.
Oh, thank God.
2 days later.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, she left the building.
She didn't come back. She's like, this curse, I gotta get out of here.
She went home. Yeah, she went home.
She's like, I gotta tell my family. I gotta write my kid, write something. Like, I don't know what my family is, but I don't know what her family is, but she's writing them.
I will ask, what was the topic that you were asking her to dig further into? Because Tyler doesn't remember. I have notes for a couple different things. I just don't recall.
We told her Morgan's name, the lady the hag who put a curse on Aqua. We're asking for more information about her, along with the curses in general. How might they remove a curse from a hag? And also like asking about, does Soren have part of the curse now because of his blood? Will that go away, or will it?
Eventually, the tea lady. I like that. We're gonna call her the tea lady.
Well, she said like she just came in with tea, and she's like, "Enjoy this until I come back." We're like,
yes,
"Okay."
Astoria, I believe, is who you're talking to, the owner
sure.
of the lore vault. Astoria comes back and sorry it took so long. Tea is here, and she kind of rolls it in a little cart. I did find a little bit of information for you. I'm sad to say it is not everything you were looking for. It seems that curses are as unique as the people who cast them, unfortunately. I was able to determine a couple things. It is the general consensus that most curses can only be lifted or removed or expire if it is the will of the person who cast it in the first place, or if either party that was involved in the bond that created it are killed. So either kill the hag or the person who made the deal for the curse.
Oh, that's not good. Sorry, that's not good. Don't shrug your shoulders, it's not good.
Meh.
Yeah, it's not.
It is what it
great.
is.
It's not so
Life
bad.
goes on, Aqua.
Didn't want my mom to die this way. Okay. So you don't know, like, where we could find... What's her name again, Soren?
Morgan.
Morgan?
Well, I could attempt to locate them, but it has a distance limit and some other limitations, and it is quite costly. I genuinely recommend... You had mentioned that you think it is your mother who did this to you.
Yes, the word is think.
I recommend speaking with her and attempting to retrieve the truth directly.
That's fair. Is he okay though?
Oh yes, it should wear off in about a day or so.
Why did it do that though?
Well, I believe he attempted to remove the curse, and it looks like the effects of the curse have slowed down ever so slightly.
Okay.
I don't think the gains are worth the cost. It looks that and she explains in mechanical terms, every remove curse delays the clock by 24 hours. But it has diminishing returns. So if you use it every day, eventually it'll only reduce it by 12 hours and by 6. And so basically Soren can freeze your clock, but as he does it more often, it will reduce the duration of how often it's frozen.
It'll be like kind of pointless.
Yeah.
And so like there's no side effects except for, or just there's just no side
and
effects.
she kind
at all?
of gestures at Soren, who's still glowing a little bit bright blue.
I mean, like he's not in pain. Wait, are you in pain?
No.
He's not in pain, but I'm more so like, will
Magic can have all sorts of strange side effects, not necessarily dangerous ones. I recommend avoiding any spicy or savory foods. Those are typically the first to have some sort of negative factor when magic goes awry or is holding back something greatly outperforming the spell's capabilities. But other than that, relatively harmless. I will say, depending on the hag in question, Morgan, I think you mentioned her name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If she is aware that you are tempering her curse, she may not take too kindly to that. that. But I genuinely don't know if that's hearsay or if that's the truth of the matter. It's outside of my expertise.
Oh, that's not good. We gotta stop messing with my back.
Yeah. Perhaps.
Just for a month or two, and then try again.
Also, seeing as we don't really know when it will expire.
Oh, Sunstone says it's gonna be a while, so we're good.
Sunstone's the expert on this, yeah? Sunstone's an expert on this? Your
horse.
Your horse that was born
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago?
Yeah, she talks to me.
I know, you did tell me this, yeah. I know that she talks to you.
I don't know, it's a celestial beast. They're impressive, right? They know shit. Stuff. Magic? That's the word I was looking for. That was so funny.
Just brain fart, like, magic! Go!
I know the word. I know the word. Yeah, she knows magic. So, she tells me there's time. More time than we think. Let me rephrase. She says we have more time than we think, which is great.
Yeah. So we thought we had a year, roughly.
Well, we thought
that was months
it was
ago.
gonna be like,
Or 8 months.
yeah, 6 to 8 months.
So
so
we might have a year now.
Exactly.
So much better.
It's a lot better. Okay, well, do we have any more questions for the book lady? Tea lady?
Astoria is my name.
Astorian?
Thank you.
I'm so sorry.
What are your expertise, Astoria?
I am very equipped with research and recovery, and I do have a few arcane abilities that allow me to pull knowledge out of an item as if reading the manuscript that created them directly. Basically, she has access to legend lore.
Okay. I can't think of a question that I want to I think that might be it.
Might come
for
back
now.
for a question later. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we come back for a different question if we have one?
Of course.
Astoria?
Your services, or
Alright.
my services, are docked directly from your ruby seal, depending on what service you are asking for. So you do not need to worry about
Fair enough.
coin. It will be deducted from your tab, so to say.
Oh shit. Oh no.
Well, it's best
Is
not
this
to
a
worry
lot?
about.
What if it takes what if it's a good chunk?
If years.
But if we have more okay, that's fair.
Don't come back for any old question.
Nope, not coming back.
Very well.
Thank you for your help.
You guys head back.
Yeah.
Yep. I guess. Fuck.
Aqua's struggling.
Yeah, I'm back to mixed.
I mean, she just got told she might have to kill her mom to free herself from a curse.
Yeah,
So.
that's all we got.
I don't even think that was even implied. But
I thought that she just said talk to your mom.
No,
well, she
you
said
have
talk to
either
your
kill-
mom, but
Right.
another way that most curses are broken is by killing either side of the bargain.
Right.
Well, it's actually talk to my mom about where to find the hag to swaggle or to bargain with the hag to get rid of the curse. So in other words, it's either
We have to figure out.
telephone with the hag or
We have to
You
figure
guys
out.
need to
Rock,
cast
paper,
some sort of
scissors,
spell
killing one
to
or the
find
other.
out who has the higher CR, Bubbly's mom or the hag.
Or they're the same CR.
That's the legend lore.
They're the same thing.
We could have gotten legend lore cast on Aqua
They are the same thing.
again.
That's
Again.
true.
It's just a messed up vision.
Just spam it.
Dude, Legend Lore is one of my favorite spells. It's very good.
You want to give an example?
Nah, I'm good.
You already got legend lore cast on you, Aqua. You don't get
For
twice.
free.
For free. That's
I got
true.
it twice.
You already got it once and down in the depths
Amon cast it on you.
on accident.
Oh,
This is true.
yeah.
Completely on accident.
Yeah.
Oopsie.
I forgot about that.
So
I'll take another.
I'll take another.
we didn't learn anything other than that you need to definitely talk to your mom.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Or wait,
Hear
we should
me
have
out.
asked her if I had to stab her or did someone else have to stab her?
You just said that either of the people in the deal were to die. They didn't specify who had to kill her.
Well, that's good to know. I don't want I don't want the second thing to happen at all. Maybe I don't know. I have to talk to her first, and then we'll
And then you're gonna be like,
from there.
"Hey, mom, that didn't answer my question," and then you stab her.
Maybe I don't know. Like, what? Well, what do you plan to do with your mom if she doesn't answer your questions right? Do you plan to
Well,
stab her?
I'm not going to. Well, I'm not cursed by my mother, so
She
I'm not going.
abandoned you. She left you some mommy issues. So you know, like, what if something she says doesn't go the way you want it to? So you know, you just. Sorry, is that a little smile I see? Am I making you laugh?
Just amused by all of this that I would just kill my mother because she didn't answer a question.
Well, that's how I feel with my mom.
Everyone mark that down, by the way. Soren would never kill his mom. Just because she wouldn't answer a question.
Yeah, guys, he's
April
okay.
1st, 2024.
April Fools, actually.
Get your asses.
She's already dead.
That would be such a crazy line to say to your mom in character. April Fools. Just
April
kill
Fools.
her.
Wait, what's the next month? And we'll just say
I don't know.
First of
so
this year. Ha!
April Fool.
Bashir Fool.
That's where you are.
I'm a
That's
bit-
not a month.
Oh.
Yeah, Briscar.
Briscar.
Who's a Briscar?
You guys are ridiculous.
All right, we head back.
Yeah.
Okay.
With
Uh,
depression.
Nico,
That's me.
what's up?
That's who.
Well, right now I'm getting up my Mind Melter 5000.
Right. You gotta charge your mind.
What is that?
melter.
What are you talking about?
Right? What? I am in my little back room hovel that I've turned into a workshop, desperately trying to cast Find Familiar to bring back a little Morgadoo,
Okay.
who is hopefully whole and still themselves. So I'm gonna try to attempt to cast Find Familiar. No. Yes. I'm gonna do that first. Yeah.
Okay. You, it's a ritual, I believe.
Yeah.
Find familiar. You set up the
So
ritual.
I'll spend the time,
you
get
spend
some
the time,
incense
you get everything
out.
ready.
In my circle, I'm gonna just place tiny, like his favorite gears that are also like they're his favorite snacks. I'm just gonna.
Takes 11 minutes. And you complete the ritual. You feel the energy of that static in your fingertips as you finish your magic. Spell fails. You're muted. You're muted.
I whapped my microphone. I'm gonna try to like just kind of snap and like try to resummon him back again, even though I know it's not gonna work. So in that case, I'm gonna go grab Mork's nest that he was making in the corner because we were just settling in. So he was making his little bed, his little creepy nest. I'm gonna grab that and a large 25 goldish piece chunk of moonstone. I'm gonna spend time crushing it up so that it is a nice sparkling powder.
Okay.
And draw a different ritual circle. And draw a ritual circle to ask a question and cast divination. And reach out to the powers of Mechanist magic and anything else that's out there. And
good old divination. Okay.
Yeah. So my question does not have to be yes or no. So I'm gonna be like, where do I start to get Mork back?
Make an Arcana check.
Deities are out there. Or
Just get answered by Katara.
the hive mind. Ooh, Arcana.
Katara's just like, fuck off.
She might. 23. I did math.
23.
23.
I need to check your character sheet for something.
Do you become Mork?
Yes.
Sorry,
yes, please.
Please hold. You don't get anything verbal. Instead, as if you clicked on a different lens on one of your microscopic glasses you use when you work on Mork. The runes on the floor begin to shift, and you see semblances of the summoning magic of the Find Familiar spell. But it begins to turn into something a little bit more mechanical. This will take some time, and I believe it has a specific time depending on the level of spell. But you begin to understand the capabilities of a spell summon construct.
Oh! And I just bought all the materials. Can I start? I'm gonna start immediately, frantically transcribing it.
Okay. I always forget it's a 4th level, so you have to find out how long that will take you. I think it takes 8 hours, and it's 2 hours per spell, I think.
Yes, I still have last session sticky note.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Okay, so you are going to be preoccupied with that. It is already around 6 p.m., so you'll be doing this into the early morning if you aim to complete it tonight.
Really hot.
Absolutely, I have to get Mork back.
All right.
Orc.
Do I have any sense as to who or what responded to me? Like, what did I reach out to?
Daddy.
Make an insight check.
The sages.
Ooh. Okay.
The
Okay.
sages. Mork's dad.
It's the hive mind.
Mork's real mom.
Mork Senior.
Happy Mork. Oh,
Mork
old good guys.
Senior. Colonel Senior Mork.
Yeah.
Colonel. Are we in a movie theater? Dirty 20.
Are we in a movie theater?
Colonel? Are we in a movie theater?
Oh, right. I'm sorry. It's a Canadian thing.
I don't know if Americans have it. I don't know if Americans have Colonel.
No, but it's still silly.
It is as silly as it sounds. It's a Canadian credit card advertisement that plays before every movie in the movie theater. It's so funny.
Oh, I was like, that sounds so familiar.
Yeah, it's the Scotiabank popcorn
in there.
that basically begs you to eat it. It's fucked up. It's great.
You gotta eat this.
He does. It's so fucking funny.
Oh, it's great.
Hey, your stage points.
With a dirty 20, I think you said?
Yes.
You pick up on not any specificities of where this voice is coming from, but you hear in the background, like the busy noise of this being done, the sounds of thousands upon thousands of flapping wings and creaking metal and gears crunching against each other as they're forced to move each other. With that, it's getting into the late evening. What is everyone else up to? I believe Moss has kind of told everyone about the...
He is yet to, actually.
Yeah, only I know about it.
knows.
Only I and Amon know about it.
Oh, right. There
and
was a
Kuno.
sidebar.
And
Because Kuno threw Kelsey
Kuno.
through a wall.
Yeah.
Right.
Moss will just like Moss doesn't go out of their Moss doesn't go out of their way to tell everyone, but they do, like, as they run into people, they're like, "Oh yeah, I signed us up for a gladiatorial arena." It's for Kuno though, because we get to talk to the marshal when we're done.
I'm gonna
If
be
we win.
babysitting Sunstone.
You're not joining.
No.
I think
opportunity to
everyone's in the
kill,
fight. I don't
I-
really
I do think I did. Well, technically, I signed up the Lost and Found,
Yeah, so
I
I'm
didn't
already
sign us up
entered, essentially.
individually. Well, they don't necessarily know if it's all of us or most of us. There's room for ambiguity.
Oh,
So
consider
there's
mean,
no...
Your guns would probably come in handy in a fight.
Mm-hmm.
It'll help
Probably.
you blow off steam.
come in.
Amon knew
God.
exactly what to say.
I'm in. Instantly,
Didn't even
I'm
take
in.
long. Didn't even... This was like... I was about to twist your arm. Nope, never mind.
I had like 10. I had this whole page of other facts I could say. Nope, one word.
Unrequired. Okay. If there's nothing else anyone wants to do, we can complete a long rest. Which I think, hold on, apparently there's a way. I don't know how, let's see, is there... No, I don't think it's set up. Not yet, anyways.
Is it... Do we know what day when the thing will
It
happen?
is on Crimson Fall, which is on the 21st.
21st.
It's
Which-
next Saturday. You guys are going
it's
to
a week
bed.
away.
It's a week from when you wake up.
Okay.
So as you guys all complete a long rest, D&D Beyond has been doing this funny thing where whenever I import you guys, it kills you because it temporarily puts your health at 0 and then fixes it, but it doesn't remove the fact that it dropped you to 0 health. So like some of you keep on having like death icons on your tokens for some reason. I apologize.
You're doing Fey Plague.
Yes, let's do Fey Plague. It's been a minute. Let's get some Fey Plague going.
Where the hell's my... Okay. Wonderful as always. How do I keep reminding everyone if this is going to go well for me?
You're the one who keeps reminding it. Like, you're like
I
a teacher.
know.
Like, teacher, you
You're
forgot
so
to collect
polite.
our homework.
You're so polite.
I
Hey,
am.
Should we
5.
5?
Don't know what 5 is.
Yeah, let's take a look.
You get a little sleepy.
5.
Sleepy.
Oh, you need to. You need to
That was a
roll a
lot to
d4 to see how long you sleep in.
All right, well,
You're just a
that's
little
fine.
eepy.
Well, EP.
4.
Okay. You don't wake up until noon the next day.
Oh. That curse
Which
really
I will
didn't-
say that is pretty
That-
rare for Soren, so that not necessarily cause for concern, but it's definitely like a
Everyone's like giving you the eyebrows when you wake up, like,
Yeah.
hey, sleepyhead.
long night, buddy.
Am I glowing anymore?
Soren
Am I,
blamed.
am I glowing anymore?
No, you are no longer glowing.
While
I just slept
Soren
off the
was
curse.
while Soren was still asleep, Amon would have had Reggie make him like a breakfast in bed thing and like place it outside his door. So that when he wakes up, there's just like
Imagine what if he puts
porridge.
he puts it on Soren as he's sleeping, and Soren's like, tries it off.
Kuno just eats it.
So
On the floor.
Oh no, someone came in and ate it. I'm sorry, Soren.
oh no.
Oh god.
It's fine. It's fine.
I rolled super well.
You did?
Uh-huh.
What'd you get?
Did you get like
Oh.
a 9?
I rolled an 8, which means my sanity score gets a reduction, and guess what I got in the D6?
A 6. Let's go.
Sure did.
Oh no!
So proud of you. and
Well,
your
I just
sanity.
napped. You're a little less sane.
I think first thing in the morning, by the way, when Aqua woke up, Amon would like be like, "Hey, look at this," and like turn into a bat with the cloak.
And then I'm gonna turn into a bat, but I'm gonna be blue.
Yes.
Oh!
Batqua.
Fly around the whole morning.
Aqua's just
Batmon and Batqua.
There's a bat infestation apparently.
a mot? No.
What? A mat?
Match.
Bamon.
Mat.
Nah.
No, it's a bat.
A bat. A bat.
It's just a bat, guys.
I'll bet.
If you somehow get polymorphed, it's just A and then the animal's name.
Yeah.
So,
Does that mean
yeah, I guess
does that
we're-
mean Aqua is a bat as well, or is Aqua
Yeah.
Bakwa?
No, she's Batqua.
Bakwa. Bakwa. Suddenly
A
just
bat
pronounces
and
the
Bakwa.
root word differently.
A bat and Bakwa.
Someone gets these bats out of here.
So
We're just
many bats.
one's got a just like the image. One's got a coat and one's just blue.
Why do you have a coat?
What kind of bat do you turn into? Because Amon is like the world's biggest fruit bat. Like he's like just he's like he looks like a fox with wings. Like he's huge.
I'm assuming knowing Aqua, whatever she sees, she just turns into. So
Okay,
I
so we're
just
just-
saw
Yeah,
you, and I went,
she's like, this is the first
blue.
bat she's ever seen.
We're just giant fruit bats hanging from the ceiling, just like staring at each other, like
Pretty
gossiping in
much,
bat
yeah.
language. Like,
Bat language, and we're like, all right, so this is what we're gonna do for the day.
You're
or for the morning,
just
sorry.
clicking up there. Man, you guys are really clicking.
we're really,
Literally just
Friendly
not even-
bonding.
Wow, you guys are really
Bonding.
clicking. So stupid. So dumb.
Jesus.
Yet
Wow,
so
guys.
clever.
Oh,
What did you do for
Great,
D&D?
great.
I was a bat.
That was a bat.
bat for 4 hours.
And then somebody opens a window and a ray of sunshine hits Amon and he immediately transforms back and falls and lands on his back. Because I can only do it. I can only do it in dim light.
Yeah, someone hit the dimmers. Hit the dimmers again. Someone fucked with the dimmers.
Who turned the big light on? Who turned the big light on? LED only.
Turn that shit off.
so silly. I love it.
Reggie's just like, sorry.
It's Soren coming in from his 12 o'clock nap.
Bats?
What is this all about?
I'm trying to fucking sleep. Is there bats?
Yeah,
Why is
Soren's
there bats in here?
Why are they back?
Did I just trip over food?
Roll initiative.
There's some food on the ground too. What is going on? What is all this?
I would like to imagine because Nico had to be up so late that Nico probably also wakes up around the same time as Soren.
Why is this like? What is this?
So Soren went down for like a normal like sleep and he wakes up feeling like he's been in a coma for the past like 3 years.
Yeah. What time is it? Jesus.
Wait.
Or who's that?
You slept a whole day.
Kuno, did you roll all right on the fate table?
I rolled a 2.
Oh yeah, you're chilling.
I'm good. I'm good.
All's good.
Yeah, Kuno's out. Kuno's out fucking doing squats or something.
Yeah, Kuno's training. Kuno's kind of locked in right now.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
he's upset.
He's like slightly freaking out.
He's upset, and he's also ready for this fight.
He's on that he's on that diet again. Yeah.
Oh
Gosh.
And it's the stress diet too.
What diet? Oh shit, it's that diet again.
Not that diet again.
Oh,
Anything but that diet.
We didn't see him for a week.
Only ate hamburger meat.
Only hamburger meat. Not ground beef. Has to be cooked in the form of a hamburger. Only that.
It's burgers, nothing else.
Oh my god, he's me.
You guys are so silly.
You know. We get to have silly moments every now and then.
Absolutely.
Every now and then.
They're prescribed.
Yeah.
Well, April
The
Fools.
doctor gives it to me.
April Fools, no jokes, no fun. Sorry.
After this session, guys, there's gonna be serious shit.
Yeah, we're never gonna joke ever again.
Really serious.
What are you guys doing?
Yeah.
What's the plan?
The tournament's.
Oh.
The tournament's not. When's it again? It's not tomorrow, but like soon.
It's in 7 days.
It
is Saturday. It is next Saturday. On Monday is the announcement about what the council decided. On Tuesday is when you guys can go meet with the people who your guildmaster said he would arrange for.
So we have a week to.
You guys have a weekend to really get stuff together, and then Monday, Tuesday, shit's going down, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, basically.
Yeah, okay. I guess Amon's doesn't really have a lot to do, so he'll just go with whoever's doing something interesting.
How many days did you say that the armor and the would be ready? I know the armor would be a little bit.
He is waiting for the announcement on Monday.
Oh, to start.
To start to see if he can even reliably get this done in a reliable amount of time. Depending on the announcement and how important things are, he might not be able to get this to you for 6 to 8 weeks. Whereas if he could rush it, you're looking at a week tops, maybe 2 if it's, he's making a lot for you guys.
I was just blanking on when it was. Like, I knew it would take time. Like,
you guys, out of character, you guys are going to likely be in Bashir for a while. So we don't have to necessarily go through every single day, but there are key, you guys have a lot of learning that you guys can be doing. There's a lot going on. You kind of just let me know what you guys want to do.
Can Amon actually go to our ship?
Yes.
A living ship?
Solara, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll tag along.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and anyone else want to go see a living ship?
Why not?
What do you mean that it is living?
Apparently it's alive.
It's alive.
Like it is.
Oh, that's.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I'm curious.
I'll come along.
Nico?
Well, I gotta see that.
All right.
I've got
Whole group.
so much work to do, but it can wait.
It's just you just have deep impressions from the goggles.
Did you fall asleep in those?
I was writing some spells down, so yes, I did. I think I slept for 2 hours. Maybe.
You theoretically got a long rest.
It's like
theoretically
afternoon.
Oh no. Yes, let's go see the ship.
Okay. All right, let's see the ship.
Okay, sorry.
Seeing the living ship makes me have to roll a sanity saving throw. I fail.
Your mind can't comprehend it.
Your mind breaks from the sheer.
You guys head down to the docks.
Fracture start to begin.
Started early. You guys head down to the docks. You've been told kind of where the Solar is parked, and it is in a different area than where the Windstrider was. It is in a enclosed kind of boathouse, like a dock house that has been built to protect it from daylight and prying eyes, and also to help offboard its goods a little bit more efficiently. You see the depictions of large aquamarine dragons. It's not painted. It is individual pieces of colored glass placed to form the scales of a mighty dragon on the side of the house boat, or housing that this boat lives within. You guys make your way down, and there is a scraggly older orc, kind of like a deep gray colored skin, a tinge of like blue, hair, a scraggly white, sea salted kind of, not greasy, but like that salty air effect that happens to people's hair as it gets longer and thinner. Hello. Please, what business do you have down in this part of the dock?
We're, let's show them the seal. We're the lost and found. We're supposed to be captaining this ship for a while. It was gifted to us.
Right. No, I think someone told me about that. Please wait here. Do not enter the house. I will just need to check a couple things before I admit entry. I'll be about a moment. And he heads in. You guys are left alone for a moment, and you can hear the lapping of water as it hits the docks around you. And the water is fairly calm. The bay that it's carved into allows for a lot of the waves from the ocean to be broken up before it gets to land. A few moments later, this scraggly individual comes back. Sorry, I didn't introduce myself. My name is Mr. Simnes. I am the caretaker and currently the steward of Solara. I will say, if you've never met a live ship before, she's a touch. Let's say it's been a long couple months on her last journey. She's a bit frustrated, I think might be the word, but I'm sure having a new crew might be interesting. Have you been able to find anyone willing to sail upon her?
We found one person.
We have some.
Right. Well,
we're not exactly prepared for a voyage, so I'm not sure we want to keep anyone on retainer just yet.
Right. That's fair. Are you here to just introduce yourselves then?
Yes.
Is one of you the captain?
It's all
Point at Kuno.
We all step
Everyone
away and reveal Kuno. And
His hat hood is up. He's looking down.
Yeah, just like his hand is on his hat.
Massive pirate hat.
Massive.
Giant macaw.
Falls off to a bit of cardboard.
And you like fly away and then
yes. Okay. Captain, then it is best that you approach the vessel first. Then, typically, Solara will want to imprint on the captain. So whenever you're ready.
Kuna.
You got this, champ. Smack him on the back.
Good luck.
Just like it's like flustered all of a sudden. He's like, oh, well.
Make sure you make a good impression.
This all relies on you, Kuna. I'm just kidding.
Okay, guys.
Don't flex this up.
We trust you, but if you fucks this up, we're screwed. Got a lot riding on this, yeah.
Dad's watching.
Mom will know about you failing.
God will know about this.
Mom won't come if you fuck this up.
My father will hear about this.
Mom won't come if you fuck
I have a scry orb right
He
here.
will leave the city.
Okay, you follow Mr. Simnus in.
Yeah.
The door leading in is locked, and he takes out a ring of keys and unlocks it, and he's kind of just talking to you along the way. And you guys can hear this talking before he disappears into the house. As I was saying, Solara is a bit temperamental, but she really does have the best intentions. I do recommend allowing her to lead the conversation, at least at first. She's going to likely attempt to discern your true nature, so hopefully you don't have any bit of evil on you. But I think otherwise things should be okay.
Okay.
Good. Okay.
If she does.
If she does what? If she senses evil on you?
Yeah.
Well, it will be up to her if she weighs the pros and cons of signing on with someone less than righteous. But she has worked with. Now there is a technical difference, I think one might say, between evil and poorly mannered, so to speak. Pirates can even be considered not evil if they have better intentions than most. But is there anything that I should be aware of?
No. If pirates are good, I'm good.
Right. Okay. Fair enough, I suppose. Right this way, and you are led underneath through the door, and immediately you're like in basically like the side of a swimming pool, but the swimming pool is like an open dock, and in that is a gorgeous near white wooded ship. Not painted, like lighter than birchwood planks. And from where you are, you cannot see anything besides a typical boat. You hear in the distance a woman's voice kind of humming a melody of sorts. The type of thing you might do if you're busying yourself with an activity and just kind of humming to yourself to keep yourself entertained. You were led up the side of the ship. There's plankards that kind of lead you across it. You don't have to climb a rope or anything like that. And Mr. Simnus leads you towards the figurehead, the very front of the ship. And where usually a figurehead will kind of stick off quite a bit from the ship and kind of be over the water, this figurehead is almost, they're on like a little platform and then almost straight up, and you see a woman carved out of the same wood, yet painted on her is the outfit that she is wearing, a simple aquamarine colored dress, and we're talking like Michelangelo level of skill with this carving. Like you can see the texture of the dress, just the skin underneath it, things like that. She's just sort of humming, and she looks over. Oh, Mr. Simnus, who have you brought to me? Oh, please, Solara, and your name? And she holds out a hand.
Kuno will be a gentleman and kiss the hand.
Oh, a man of true kindness.
I am Kuno Delanor at your service.
Service indeed. Are you to be my new captain?
I suppose so.
Amen.
My crew are close allies of mine, and we are looking to board your ship.
Well, it's not my ship, it is me. That, I guess, is the first thing you must learn. Have you never been aboard a live ship?
No, I rode on the ocean for at least 3 years, but not on a living ship.
Fair enough. Well, Captain Kuno it is. I will explain a number of things, but first I must ask, what do you intend to use me for? What is our destination, Captain Kuno?
What is our destination?
Jungle.
We're going to
Jungle
Aqua's.
way down south. It is
The
called
Raquelian Isles?
Yeah,
Yes.
Raquelian Isles.
Yeah, Raquelian Isles.
We are looking to go to the Raquelian Isles. Very far south.
I don't think I've ever been that far south. How exciting, my first voyage with Captain Kuno taking me somewhere I've never been. That is mysterious. And what will we find there, I wonder? How exciting.
Well,
Mama.
yes. We are there to help one of our friends. She's in need to return home.
And home we shall take her. Do we leave soon?
Not quite, I believe.
A couple of weeks.
Couple of weeks we plan.
I can wait, I suppose. I yearn for the open ocean, the wind in my sails, and the tricks I can show you and your close allies. I can feel every footstep on the ship. I can hear every voice talking within me, and I know every creature in the waters below that may do us harm. And I tend to have a knack for the winds. I will get you there safely and swiftly, and I will protect you from everyone, including your close allies, Captain Kuno.
Can I make an insight check to see if she knows something? Like, is it
Sure.
implying that she knows something?
Sure.
Nat 20.
Ooh!
That's a big
Let's
roll.
go.
Hell yeah.
+1.
Hell yeah.
Hey!
21?
She rolled a
21.
37 to... No, okay. No.
Shucks.
She's not implying that she knows anything. She's just letting you know that her ears are everywhere. And so you do not have to worry about mutiny, which is the common kind of sailor worry as a captain, is if your crew is going to turn on you.
See.
But also, not that you have to tell the party, but theoretically any secret conversations that happen within the party, should you ask, she would be able to share that with you.
Is this Kuno's first secret?
No.
Second
Incorrect.
secret?
Second secret, yeah.
Who's abandoning secrets? What are you guys talking about?
And as she is
Name one thing
explaining,
you know about me.
as she's explaining these different things that she's able to do, when she talks about hearing the footsteps in her hull, you hear the creaking of wood as if she is reflexing. You hear the sails, which are currently furled up in stow, kind of twist and bend. She seems to have some level of control and influence over the ship itself, not just the figurehead.
Damn. Blessing.
The conversation kind of comes to a natural end unless you have any specific things to inquire. And
So, Solaris.
Solara, dear.
Solara. What happens if you were to get damaged? It is
Well.
dangerous out there and we may encounter things. Will we have to learn to heal you?
Well, it would be very beneficial if some among you have arcane capabilities. I heal through spell energy, typically, through the weave directly. But it is most difficult to injure me. Things in the water may ram me, but it is very difficult to pierce my hull. Not impossible, but much more difficult than that of a common vessel. I do warn you, though, Captain Kuno. I am a bonded ship. The family who made me, no matter who is my captain, they are my family too. One of them will have to travel with us in order for this journey to be safe.
Oh, I see. But, ooh.
Shit. Guess I should have probably had that open, eh? Sorry.
Got him.
Stumped.
Got him.
Asking the hard lore questions.
Oh.
How are people who made her still alive?
You're just old as shit.
It's just,
Well,
it's just,
Or
no, it's,
like
it's
it's
just
like
a really like
the great-
bratty like second nephew's cousin.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, you gotta travel with me.
I'm guessing it's like a family
Oh,
chain.
it's LG.
It's my grandfather.
Yeah, go travel with me, boss.
Yeah.
It's me.
Ship. That
Just a
passed on.
little whippersnapper.
family heirloom.
Just a living lady dragon ship.
It's like if you had a turtle as a pet. That shit's
Or a
gonna
cockatiel.
outlive you, so you're like someone else is gonna have to take care of it.
Well, I was created originally by the Blackthorn family, and so one of their ancestors will have to be aboard. When we are making arrangements, Mr. Simnus will make arrangements, but you are also welcome to pick as long as their blood is on this ship. I feel safer on the open seas.
Very good. Well, when we are ready to depart, we shall come find you.
Of course. I look forward to it. Do I get to meet your friends?
I can bring them in.
It is your ship, Captain Kuno.
1 second. Kuno just kind of like runs off and, hey,
Runs off.
Like full on sprint where like
Dead sprint.
it's like gets down in the sprinter's stance too, like just like
yeah.
Yeah.
Can you say go?
Can you say go?
Help me
Find me,
down,
find me.
coach.
Hey, Kuno.
Yeah,
How'd it
Kuno will run over. I did not mean to put them in the notes. Kuno will come out and, hey, Solar would like to meet you all.
Yay!
All right.
So you passed?
I
You're
think
good?
so.
You passed.
Yeah. Good
But
shit.
beware. Let her lead the conversation.
Okay.
All right.
Hi.
Gotcha.
I mean,
I'm gonna say anything.
living ship, Soren. I mean, you got some. You want to lead with a conversation with a living ship?
What would you even like
Yeah.
have a conversation with a living ship?
Yes, I'll lead the living ship conversation with talk of politics and sales stocks and everything. No, it's a living ship.
I mean, maybe we can ask the
Yeah, let it
living
talk.
ship what it's interested in.
Yeah.
Let's
Do ships
go
have
talk
hobbies?
to her.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna ask Solara if she's got a hobby. Is there a Mr. Solara?
Is there a Mr. Solara? Please, when you're flirting with the ship, can you please impersonate Kim impersonating Amon? and do her darn there too.
Is there a Mr. Solara?
Well, howdy.
Well, I'll be. Ain't you the jewel of the sea?
The jewels sing. Oh, it's awful. I love it. You guys all are led in, and you hear the same kind of humming under her breath.
Holy crap!
And then as you get on board, singing kind of stops as you approach the figurehead. Back so soon, friends of Captain Kuno. You see this figurehead kind of turn, and she is attached to the ship, but she seems to have a bit of ability to move.
The ship's name again?
Solara.
Solara. It's a pleasure to meet you, Solara.
Oh, another man of great etiquette. And she puts out her hand for you to kiss.
Oh, Moss.
You know, like taps, like guides Moss for the corner.
I worked in court for 100+ years. Let me, and then he just kisses.
Mon tips his hat.
Oh,
friends are so polite, Kuno. Please introduce yourselves. I would love to get to know all of you.
I am Moss Moonseer, and these are
Amon. Pleasure's all mine.
These are Amons. These are all Amons.
These are all Amons.
These are my friends. This is and then Amon and James's. Take it away, Amon.
I'm Amon. Again, pleasure's all mine.
Very well. As you guys kind of go around and introduce yourselves.
Yeah.
Well, I will ask you the same question that I was grateful enough to give to Captain Kuno. Where are you all headed first? Kuno, please do not answer. Let your officers speak themselves.
Like,
kind of peers around to all of you.
As far as like long term, or like literally, where is the next place we're gonna want to go to?
We want to go to the Recalian Isles.
To interpretation, dear.
Oh.
Wherever my friends go, pretty much.
Wherever I need to stop an stop or win an interplanetary war.
Ooh, we're all going to my place.
We're going to my house.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Don't worry,
it's
that's
so
where I'm
good.
going.
We are going to. We wanted to go
Aqua's-
to the Recalian Isles.
The first place is the
That's what it is.
Recalian Isles.
And
Yeah,
After
sorry,
that, who knows?
will the Recalian Isles aid you against your interplanetary war? What? Sorry, have I missed a chapter of history? What is the meaning
Something
of
is
this?
brewing between the gods and the Fae, and it's going to be about everybody here on the world.
Oh, what a talker, huh?
What?
You know, like Katara is trying to steal the whole world.
And just getting a general consensus, are we pro God? What is happening?
I mean, personally, I'm pro them leaving everybody alone and doing their own thing.
She kind of nods, like, and the rest of you?
Like I said, I am with my family till we're out, so wherever this leads me, I'm at.
Mine just keeps changing what he's using to describe us.
Yeah.
My friends, my family.
Our house.
My lovers.
My polycule.
My partners.
My partner. My cowboys.
Molecule real?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Well, then I suppose it's a good thing they can't see me. This should be fun.
Gods
can't see you?
can't see you.
No,
Maybe
you
see
see,
That is incredibly helpful.
I agree. There are very many things in this world created by or because of the gods. Unfortunately, that includes most of you lot. I have a
Don't need to get into
different
that one.
substance about me.
So-
I was going to ask if you had like an actual like soul.
Yeah, like were you
like a
created?
being? Or
I was born of sorts, I suppose. Yes, it was a bit of a bloody attire, but once completed, voila. As for a soul, Well, depends on what that means. Soul, an inner voice. To have a soul means that once I pass, I head somewhere out of my own domain. So, in some regards, I sure hope not. I wish to retain control of my destiny.
Could you imagine for what would ship heaven look like?
Like an endless sea.
What is heaven?
I would imagine the experience of the open sea with a solid crew who understands every quake and crack of my hull. Something I hope to live up to.
I mean, that's a good answer.
Very.
Eloquent.
Plus, I'm not too sure if I can die, so that helps.
You know, I used to wonder the same thing until recently.
Now Moss's only fear is death.
I mean, like, as long as there's, is it that as long as there's a piece of you, you are still alive? Like,
haven't quite put it to the test, but the others like me tend to be quite hardy. It's very difficult to tear us down. There have been a number of occasions in our history where those less fortunate inheritors of a live ship have decided to repurpose our lumber.
Well, that seems right. That just seems wrong.
Yeah.
Yes, it is very difficult to leave. Very difficult to live in a screaming house.
Ooh. But like, you're alive, you're sentient. How they don't have any right to do that.
I mean, if they want a house, just have a boathouse, like
a regular house, regular bloody wood.
I do not necessarily disagree, and again, we are not owned by anyone. We are family with those who created us.
So
we
your
share
family
their blood.
just betrayed, like their families betrayed them and turned them into houses.
Hard times befall everyone at some point or another.
Man, Amon, remind me if I were ever in hard times that I have to kill you and turn you into a house.
Will do, Moss.
He said it's just like
if you ever need a house, I'll be sure to try and be a tent.
See, that sounds terrible.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how much? I mean, you're a living ship. So, like, how big of a crew do you want? Like, do you want a fully stocked, as many hands on deck as possible, or are you more comfortable with just what we need to run things? And
I'm not sure as many as possible is the right setup, but I am able to comfortably hold a crew of 50. Plus a number of officers.
That's would be more people we would have to pay to.
I mean, comes out of our seal.
Yeah, we're not paying.
I mean, less, you know.
What's the least amount of people you can handle?
Well, it depends on skill, I suppose. How much experience do you all have on the sea?
3 days.
Me too.
Nope, sorry, that's a lie. 3 weeks.
like 2 weeks of watching people do
a few years of observation.
Yeah.
No interest.
So I suggest having a few more experienced sailors with you. It is well worth the cost to not be swimming with the fishes, so to say. I can do a lot of the sailing myself, but it is much easier when there are, as you said, all hands on deck.
Okay, I was just curious. Like to know the range.
Is there anything else you'd like us to get for you? Like, if we're going around getting some crew, do you need us to, I don't know, pick you up anything?
Yeah, and then to make
and she kind of like closes her eyes, and you hear almost like listening to the ship. Well, it does look like my officer's supplies are not fully restocked. I think the medicine chest has been pillaged the last couple runs. That might be worth replacing.
Okay.
Mr. Simnis will take care of most of my needs in the meantime. I
Okay.
would, however, really appreciate some new music. The last
don't worry.
bard we had was very repetitive.
Oh.
I look at Moss.
Everyone's
Yeah.
turn.
You ever heard music from the Feywild?
I don't know what that is.
Great, awesome.
It's EDM.
Oh,
EDM, yeah.
Moss
It's
will
rave
just-
music.
I mean, we still got to get you a lute, but
I have a mandolin. What do you mean?
oh right, you have a mandolin now, right?
I have a very
Yeah.
powerful magical item.
A very, very
I
good
forgot
mandolin.
You got
A very good mandolin that gives me 7 additional spells every day. For my performance, that was only a 10. 2 plus 8.
What are you gonna play us, Moss?
Moss
Your beauty
plays, your beauty. No, he just plays a small little ditty about a nilbog terrorizing a bunch of goblins.
It's a little like gruesome in some parts, and your verbalizations that you add to it are a little off-putting. But you do eventually see her. She's like, questioningly absorbing it. You do notice that she is tapping her foot.
Oh.
All right.
She approves.
I think I could set the oars to that tempo.
He's I mean,
I
it was
have
good.
more.
He's.
I have more.
It's
Please.
good. Yeah.
If anything, he's gonna bring you variety.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is something I could greatly
Unconventional
appreciate.
music.
Also,
I have been alive a long time and have heard many songs. We will not run out before the journey's end.
Very
Are
well,
you-
very well.
Except for 1 week. No.
Except for 1 week.
Are you a gatherer of stories? Do you have like tales from old crews and everything? I would love to talk on end about. I could keep you company up here if need be.
Stories of sorts. Mostly memories, I guess.
Oh.
The family that created me sacrificed themselves, not in any sort of ritual, but at the end of their lifespan, they made an effort to die and bleed upon the decks of my ship. And after a number of generations of that, that is what quickened me and allowed me to be born. And their memories are always with me. Sometimes I get trapped in them and think it is the future, or even worse, the present.
Can relate to that on a spiritual level.
Aqua, do you want to say something?
No, you keep going.
Oh.
I'll ask after.
I just, while we're sailing, if you ever need to talk to somebody, I love hearing stories, so I can sit here and listen to you as long as you need.
Make a charisma check.
Okay.
love it.
Really?
Or are you rizzing up a
Just, like,
boat?
laying it on thick. Laying it on thick.
Look, the Fey crew is more friends with typically inanimate objects
21.
21.
Plus 5, 21.
and strange creatures than we are regular people.
She kind of smirks at you and nods. Very well. Listener, I suppose I could do that.
Miss Laura,
Yes, dear?
when we're recruiting, is there anyone you don't want us to invite?
Oh, that is such a relief to hear someone ask that question. Do not allow
Do
third
not allow
mate Marvin on this ship ever again.
Third
What did he do?
mate Marvin is not
Did
allowed
he-
to return.
What did he do? What didn't he do? That boy is a fool. He is incapable of following directions. He is incapable of learning, and he is incapable of leading.
I
He
can
is
take care
not
of
to
him
be
if you
aboard
like.
this ship.
I mean, we can make it to where he never boards any ship ever again.
We don't
if that
need
is-
to
okay.
kill the boy. He
Okay.
didn't do anything egregious.
Okay, just
He is.
all right.
We're good at this kind of stuff.
This is what-
That concerns me.
Just looking at all of them in shock, just like escalated it so
They're just gonna die for
quickly.
this shit.
Right.
They literally
Ahmad is floored at the idea of a living ship. He is so like enthralled with this ship. Like he is like, oh my god, yeah,
It's the most Amon has ever talked to anyone.
exactly, yeah. He finds it fascinating.
So attracted to the ship.
Yeah.
If you need anyone to listen to you,
It's just they're walking away, and he's just like, see the curves on the figure.
did you see her bow? Ooh.
You see-
Those hips don't lie.
you see that? Oh my god! You see that?
Love it.
Her
my God.
fucking mast. Oh,
Oh, that poop dick.
I
Had
can't
to
wait
make
get
it
a look
weird.
I can't wait to get a look under her dick.
Be respectful to the ship.
As you guys
This is your home.
disembark from Solara, Kuno, please make a charisma check.
Clank.
That was really aggressive.
It was.
7
Constantly
Okay.
dropped this.
Oh, that was just great timing.
total.
Oh. Okay. You guys disembark from the Solara.
Way to go, guys.
It made me look stupid.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, Kuno's just like, really? You're gonna listen to her? Really?
Doing so well. And then you guys came along.
I can't have fucking
Monster-
anything.
Moss, you had to bring up the interplanar politics. You had to bring those up.
Just went straight for fuck the
I
gods,
think
eh?
Just
Right
once.
in.
I mean, I figured a
Fire
ship would be interested in things that are conceptually larger than what they're typically involved in.
Yeah, but nothing's first impressions.
Moss is that one family member that every time you see them, they're like,
Yeah.
always-
But Moss is the conspiracy uncle that shows up.
the minute they
Except
step
Moss's
through the door.
conspiracies are conspiracies.
As soon as someone engages Moss, they just are like, would you
The
like to hear about
gods.
would you like to hear about the reptilians?
Yeah.
I mean, if
I have a- I have a- I wrote
it's
a
going
book.
to affect them as well. So Moss
they all
actually
say.
did write a book.
The interplanetary war that might happen.
Well, it's just
Could be fun. Could be fun.
It's actually his manifesto on how bad the ascendancy is, and now there's like a subsection dedicated to Katara trying to take the plane.
Calling it a manifesto, Moss?
I know.
Not a good look. Not a good look.
Ever heard of? I'm just kidding.
So you guys have a few days of downtime here. So if there's anything that you guys want to kind of just check off that you did something, I know Nico, you've got a holy shitload amount of spells to transcribe.
What do you mean?
There's so many. Did you add up the times?
I'm gonna do that right now.
Okay, because it's gonna take a while.
Cumulative.
Yes, yeah. Aqua.
I want to go find Niall.
I'm right here.
Oh, there you are.
Standing
Right behind you.
Niall
was
steps
standing here the
out
entire
of
time.
the shadow. Yeah.
Like,
I know-
are we,
I know I'm
are we,
quiet,
are
but-
we are we back at the at the
You,
at
this
our
this is we're
house?
just gonna go player by player. This is happening over the course of the next couple days, so you guys can be wherever you want.
Perfect. Okay, so whether it's today, night, whatever, don't care. Hey, brother, you wanna finish doing that stone? Remember we were collecting the rocks?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And have a plan. Let's make hair accessories. So then, like, like you make one for me and I make one for you, and then like I put it in your hair, you put it in my hair, and then that way, and it's kind of like me and Kronos like friendship bracelet, but this time it's sibling hair accessories.
All right, I don't know how good mine is going to be, but sure.
But that's the best part about this. It's like you put your effort into it, and then it'll always remind me that it was you that made it. Also, if it helps, we're gonna use my very invincible string, so it really will not break.
That will definitely help.
Yes, okay.
I'm just more so worried about if the rock has any sharp bits, if it's digging into your head at any point.
Well, I mean, I have the spell mending kind of ready, so if we have to like sharpen the edges, we can. Or I mean, smooth the edges. Wrong way. If we have to smooth the edges, we can do that.
All right.
Cool.
But maybe it's not fair.
All right, so we're in either your room or mine, and we're just you know, clinging and clanging and making some hair accessories. Hair.
Aqua.
Oh, also, how are you doing?
That's what I was going to ask, but I haven't killed anyone yet, so I'm going to take that as a win.
Yeah, that's a great win. Has Mr. Demon said anything?
Not much.
Okay. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Have you heard from him? Like in this long... Has he been quiet this long before? Sorry.
Not usually, though I was alone back then, so maybe he was just trying to fill the empty space.
True.
But at the same time, it's also very disconcerting when he doesn't talk to me, so...
Well, yeah. Oh, maybe the right person to kill hasn't come along yet.
Yeah.
Maybe we should help Solora and like get rid of that kid by bringing them on the ship, and you try to convince your demon to get rid of that specific one.
I don't think we should
A child.
kill a child.
I mean, she called it a boy, but what if she calls us boys and girls? Like, maybe it isn't really a child.
Okay, maybe. But hasn't done anything that would constitute murder, I don't think.
But didn't
Someone being a brat is different than a criminal.
Wait, side over the top table. Did you tell the group that you killed that whole fucking room? Okay, all right. Just
nope.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, Amon's the only one who knows.
Amon's the only one who knows.
Yep. Okay.
And Nico kind of, but...
And we suspect. I'm just kidding.
I mean...
You know something's up.
Fair.
There's always something up.
Okay, well, that's fair. I don't know. I was just thinking of ideas like... Maybe there's a way you can control who you can kill.
There
part of the
isn't.
contract that we know of.
I've tried to not. I've tried to. I found loopholes that I can, but usually they don't work out that well.
That's fair.
Um,
How are you doing in seeing enemy territory?
What?
I had a brain fart. How are you doing in enemy territory?
I was kind of scared at first, actually.
I don't blame you. You've said you've been fighting them pretty much all your life?
Since I was 14.
A chunk, yeah.
And it's just strange to live among them as though I haven't killed thousands of their men.
Or that they've killed thousands of yours.
Exactly. Bless you.
Bless you. God.
Bless you, stranger.
So sorry.
God, was that you?
It was Reggie.
He's in the walls.
He's in the next room. He just sneezes really loud.
Sorry,
He's
just waiting for
dead.
commands. That was great timing. Thank
I'm
you,
so
God.
sorry.
Blessed us.
I hit the mute both button, but it only muted OBS, so the stream didn't hear that. But all of you did. I'm so sorry.
Okay, it's all good.
Well,
It was
my
great.
favorite are bless yous.
I tried so
They've all
hard.
been
That
blessed,
fucking
yeah.
hurt. That hurt my nose.
That looked like it hurt.
Oh.
Yeah, well, did your 3-day trip help a little?
It did. I don't feel the intense urge to kill everyone in the city anymore.
Ooh. Those are brownie points. That's good.
Yeah, I'll take what I can get.
I mean, I can't imagine. But I know it's going to be really. I know it is hard, really hard. So, to be somewhere that you don't really want to be.
And what about you?
What about me?
How are you doing with everything?
Oh, not great. But I'm, but it's you just keep moving forward, I guess.
You know, you can.
I can't really
Talk-
do anything though, so
I mean, there's a lot we can't really do about, but
yeah, me and Soren found out that I either have to talk to my mom or the hag to get rid of this curse, or kill one of them.
lovely.
Yep. So that just added more to my stress level. But like, you know, it is what it is.
It is what it is, but you talk to any of us about all
you're
of this?
You're the first one to ask, so you know.
I'm glad I did then.
I mean, we're all kind of also focused on stuff, right? Like, the brothers, they gotta find their mom. Oh, by the way, look at this sketch. I'm gonna try to find their mom.
Is that a recreation of what she looks like, or?
Yeah, remember that portrait back when Kuno was stuck in it? And hopefully not get stuck in it again. See, foreshadow. So like I remembered what exactly it looked like, and I redrew it. I even drew the little kid.
It's so detailed. What?
I'm not gonna lie, Niall. This is the second time I've ever drawn, so it's really
What?
freaking me out.
You should become like a professional at this point, because that is genuinely incredibly impressive.
Thank you. I also don't know if I get my talent from Greg. You just see his eyes.
Greg draw.
I'm just thinking
He
because
does the uneven blink.
Yeah, uneven
Yeah,
blink, eyes looking that way, and it's just Aqua thinking it must be some kind of druid magic shit because she doesn't understand either. I don't know if it's me. I don't know if it's him. I don't know if it's just druid shit. Because I could apparently do druid circles, whatever those are. I still don't know what those are.
Whatever those are.
But the point being is like everyone's been so like what's her face? Nico just lost Mork.
Right.
Maz is like really focused on the government because of the gods, which that still kind of confuses me. I'm not gonna lie. And then Amon's here, but it's like it's
Get absolutely dusted.
Ahmad's just here.
Here.
Ahmad's just here.
Ahmad's got a bat cape now, so that's great.
Oh.
I'm
That's his
sorry,
thing now.
Ahmad.
That's his thing now.
So
I don't
funny.
remember what he's upset with.
I think he just came here for the bad cape. I think he's leaving now.
I think he's leaving. He's been packing
Right
all
now.
week.
And then you have your in enemy territories, so you know everyone's just been hyper focused.
Oh, we can still focus on two things at once. We're not
We can?
toddlers. We don't have just one train of thought.
We don't.
Okay, at least I don't. I'm not sure about everybody else, but
Okay, that's fair.
I mean,
Yeah.
my entire philosophy is essentially just my family first, and then I'm second.
Well, that's how I feel.
And if you were spiraling or falling apart in front of me and I didn't do anything, I wouldn't be able to forgive myself.
It's okay. I cried last night, but Sunstone helped me out, and I don't know. I got a cute song with Sunstone now, so that's great.
That's good,
Might ask Moss to like do the whatever instrument he had out earlier. Might play along with that.
Aqua, I'm just gonna get to the point before I become too much of a coward to say this.
Okay,
Come to me if you're struggling.
we're already here. Oh, let's see, for future reference.
Just don't handle it alone.
I won't. I think for me, I just need to. I have a hard time dealing with many different emotions. And then I just want to make sure I explain it right. But I agree with you. I shouldn't bottle it up. And yes, I promise I will go to you if I feel like smashing some heads because of how much pent up emotions there are.
I'll take it.
Okay. What do you think of this though? And I'm holding up what we've been like kind of crocheting or whatever the fuck we're doing for the hair ties.
Crocheting
Coming together great.
scrunchies.
I'm not gonna make you roll for it. They're looking great.
Yay!
I like
So
it.
I'm gonna tie it in your hair as I'm choking on spit, and then you can tie it on my hair.
Yeah.
Oh, also, don't tell anyone. But I mean, Sword's probably really smart, so he probably figured it out by now. But and I'm just gonna show like all the stones that I got and like all the knickknackeries for building stuff. Okay, so this is my plan. Okay, so I'm gonna make everyone of the lost and found something kind of like what you and I did, but like. So like what me and Kuno did, like when he gave me that sapphire stone, yep, that's what it was. Sapphire stone, we broke it and then we made it into bracelets. So you and we found a rock together and we broke it and we made it into a hair thing. Soren found me a rock, bought me a rock, I can't remember. Well, he and I will do something with it, and then so on and so forth.
That's good.
Yeah. And then that way everyone can remember me.
I'm dead.
No!
I said that.
No! Because like Niall, I know it's really awful of me to think that way, but I really should be mentally prepared too, just in case.
I'm not gonna let that happen.
I know. But you never know too. I never knew I was going to meet all of you guys. I never knew you and I were going to become siblings.
I have the power of 2 entities inside me, so I'd like to think that that gives me some sort of power to make sure that you don't go anywhere.
Yeah, but Soren also thought he could get rid of the curse, and all he got was bloom veins.
Well, Soren doesn't have 2 entities inside him, does he?
We don't know that.
As far as we know, he doesn't have 2 entities inside him.
He's got something in him that's not his, so you know.
It's called being a big brother, I'm pretty sure.
Well, I mean, don't you remember when his, soul came out of his body and it did not look like him? Like this picture, and I pull out the
picture. The 2 times, just like
the 2 times you've ever drawn, and they're both masterpieces.
Right.
So, point being is we have to be acceptance of it too. Like, we may not agree with it, but it's still a possibility. I bet fucking Nico. I bet Nico would able to calculate some numbers of all the different possibilities.
Let's not do that.
Bet a lot of that's why I haven't really asked her yet, because I'm too scared to know.
Just know that whatever power I have will go to protecting you.
And whatever more power I can find, I will help you out too. Oh, speaking of that, I have a theory.
Okay.
So, do you think your demon has something to do with the demon my mom's trying to avoid?
Maybe.
Should we ask him?
I
don't know, but I don't know what to ask. That's the thing.
I could ask him if he has any knowledge or relation to what's the tags?
Morgan. But it's not necessarily Morgan we're asking about. It's more so, what is Misty, my mom, who is she trying to? And if I remember correctly, the dream. Nope. Wait. Was it a man that saw this, or did he share this part, or was it did I see this?
Just assume.
Misty. Okay, I'll assume Misty. Misty. She didn't want me to interact with whoever is in hell. I want to know why. Was that my dad?
I'm gonna ask if he knows anything about your curse.
Okay, yeah, that works too.
So I have no idea what you just said.
I don't either. That's why I haven't really talked to anyone, because that's how my brain is.
Oh. I'm going to listen anyway.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Inner demon.
Inner demon. Hear my call.
And what are you asking?
Do you know anything about Aqua's curse?
Yeah.
Keep it simple.
I can't say that I do, but
yeah.
Curses have never been my specialty, though they do share a bond, I suppose, in terms of the nature of contracts. I think if you aim to help your friend, you know who must die.
I'm thinking the same thing.
Well, he wasn't very helpful, but that's to be expected.
Can you ask another question?
I guess so.
Ask him.
Aqua, can you make a perception check while you're
Okay.
doing this?
What the fuck number is that? Oh, it's a. Sorry, it's so dark.
It's a 35.
35.
Perception. Oh, why do I keep forgetting it's a 7? That is math. Math. 21.
21. Okay.
21. Yeah.
Continue.
I don't know how to ask this part. So, if I recall correctly, Amon was saying that my mom was talking to the hag. I'm getting confused now. No, seriously. Where was it? Who actually remembers when the 9 hells were mentioned? Involved me. I remember this, but I don't remember specifically what.
It was mentioned in the context of who originally. It was vague. It was either a reference to who your mother / whoever did this to you is trying to protect you from.
Yes.
Or someone that Morgan is acquainted with. It is a archdevil from the 9 hells.
Right. Okay. So more
Does
so
anyone
ask,
remember the name? Because you were given the name.
Oh, it's Zabadooba Durgagurks.
Yabba dabba doo.
I probably read it down.
It's Yabba Dabba
No,
Doo.
it's fucking
I just didn't want to spend the time to look. I have it.
Yeah, I got it somewhere. Oh, it's.
Were we in the water?
Kentet.
Yeah, it's Kentet.
Kentet, yeah.
I just
Let's
pinned
go.
it for you in notes.
I did.
It is in
Wait.
notes.
Okay, ask if your guy knows this name. And then if not, then maybe we should go someone who knows hell more.
All right.
I just figured, you got a demon, so lives in hell, so
Yeah, why not?
Demons don't live in hell.
could be neighbors.
Could be neighbors.
Could be neighbors. Could be pen pals at the very least. Hey, Kentet. Another bad week.
Yeah, that Kentet guy, he's kind of an asshole.
My champion's such a dick.
They're actually exes.
Oh my god.
Ooh, and a duo between the abyss and hell.
What do you ask?
Do you know anything about the Archdemon Kentet? Or the Archdevil, I don't know.
Weird breathing.
Heavy intake of breath, as if that sounded reaction you make when you touch something hot that you weren't expecting. That. What business do you have with an archdevil?
Aqua's soul belongs to them.
I'm curious how I didn't see that. I respect the free will that I have allowed you to keep, Nalayan. Heed my words. Don't fuck with the archdevils. Especially the corrupted ones. And you feel his presence leave the room.
No!
Well, I guess that pissed him off.
What do you mean?
Make an insight check, Niall.
Is this my dad?
Everything's your dad.
It's a 19.
19.
My dad is.
He is
plus.
not pissed off. He was scared for just a second.
Bitch.
Fear came through.
Damn, he's just scared of cat.
But not.
Yeah, that was actually a 21.
And you were given the full title of Quintet, the Proselyte
Yeah.
of Antipathy, which is a fancy title for an archdevil, or archdemon rather, dedicated to pure hatred.
Wow.
He's a professional hater.
He's a
Professional hater.
like genuinely, he invented being a hater.
It's iconic, actually.
Wait, what happened, Niall?
I've never heard him be terrified before.
Do we have a way to scare him out of your head now?
No. But he's terrified
Okay.
of contempt.
Okay. Should we be?
He told me not to fuck with archdevils.
Does he swear a lot? Oh, then that's not good. Oh, no.
That's not good.
That's not good.
Put $1 in the swear jar.
Is that why you left? Oh, why does this keep getting worse? No.
I don't know.
Oh no. Okay, I won't lie now. I'm kind of done with this conversation.
Let's talk
I don't really
about
want to talk about this. anymore.
kittens. Kittens are nice and fluffy, and
Yeah. Go on.
Go on.
very soft, and they make for great comfort animals.
Yeah, and then when they lick their fur too much, they leave this weird hairball behind.
Yeah, also true. They if it's
Also
affectionate,
true.
they will nuzzle up to you, and they're very soft. I've never been around a cat for more than 5 minutes.
Oh, if
As
that's the
this
case.
conversation continues to try cheer up Aqua,
Yep.
wow,
what a conversation I do, isn't it?
who would like to kind of go next as we're kind of going through the next day or two? Kuno, what do you got?
Kuno's set the scene. Kuno and Soren are in their room together.
Set the scene. Do I need to put on some like bass music? Are we getting serious?
German
Just banging some drums.
Soren's sitting quietly by himself, and Kuno's just like hyping himself up. And just, Soren!
What? What?
I can't stop thinking
Why?
about this tournament.
Why are you so excited? I've never seen you so excited about fighting.
I've always wanted to do this. Don't you think it's finally time for us to show off what Farsa has taught us?
I suppose. But I really would rather forget some of the things Father taught us. But
What?
I guess it is an opportunity to showcase just how powerful blood magic is.
Good. Because it shows the strength of the Katara.
Yeah.
Sick.
Why does it sound like we're about to just enter an arena?
I wanted it to be inspiring.
Entering the
I wanted
gauntlet.
it to be
Soren.
inspiring.
Soren, you believe in yourself. It's like,
You made it this far.
You've made it this far.
You're gonna sit back and just lose. Like we're in the corner and like
Yeah.
we're about to like the final bell is about to go.
Say, maybe we should swing by the arena today. See what their competition is like.
if there is anyone hanging around Serena that is in the competition, but it is always good to study your opponents who know what they are capable of beforehand, and to see. If we can
I want to
exploit
read the
any
rules.
weaknesses.
I want to read the rules.
I guess maybe it is good to know some of the rules because
I just feel like our methods could get this removed.
yeah.
My father always had disqualification in the first kind of loss.
I mean, our disqualification was usually death if we failed.
Yeah.
So didn't kill us yet. Just knowing that Soren couldn't have been revivified like 20 times.
like so many times. We use custom revivification rules, so like the DC's like 25 to bring these two back. It's so hard. It's just it's near impossible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Arrows is sick and tired of seeing this.
Yeah, Arrow.
I just love that idea. Is like that's a well-kept secret that you guys have been revived so many times. You guys die on the field of combat, and someone rolls a nat 20 to revive you, and it fails.
That's why we have whatever bonus we have to our death saves.
Yeah,
because we've died so
You've gotten
many
really good at dying.
We're really good at coming back because we learned. Like, you just tighten your calves.
Yeah, good sit-ups.
You guys get core. Back to. You guys get back. You guys head back to, or you guys head down to rather the tournament grounds, the area where the rite is being set up.
Did anyone want to come with us?
Oh yeah.
For training or looking at
We're
rules?
just gonna go eye up the competition.
Exploit any weaknesses.
I like to eye up some people. Yeah, let's do it.
Why are you saying it like that?
Well, that's what Kuno just said. You guys are eyeing up some people.
The competition.
I didn't say competition.
We are not.
I implied to beat some.
Yeah,
Aqua genuinely thinks Kuno is looking for a mate at the tournament.
See, Aqua, when you say
battle mate,
eyeing up someone, it implies that you're looking at their physical appearance and wanting to be romantic with them.
Get to know them more.
Oh, is that what that means?
The opposite of that.
Yes.
Yeah, so don't say that to anyone you don't really want to do that to.
In fact, I'm looking for the reverse features so I can exploit them.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're eyeing up the badness. No, I'm still getting this wrong.
You can just say
the competition.
We are looking for a strategical advantage on our opponents.
Okay, I'd like to come.
You guys have fun with that.
You didn't understand a word I said, did you, Aqua?
No, but I want to meet new people and see if there's other blue people.
Aqua, depending on the rules of this, I suggest you do not introduce yourself to them because they might not be there after this competition.
What do you mean? Are they going away?
You can say that.
Like a trip?
Like a trip? The smile.
A trip. Yeah. Yeah, it's sort of a trip.
They're going to the farm.
They're going to the
They just won.
What are the fields called?
Expenses paid cruise.
The fields of Elysium. They're going to Elysium.
Heard of that place?
You were there.
Oh, that's right.
They go to sail the ship across the astral sea.
Yeah, we might kill some Aqua. Or.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. We're not making friends. We're making frenemies. Right? Do you know what that is?
I've never heard that term, and I don't think I would like that term based on.
Okay, so frenemies is like you're friends, but you're actually enemies.
Obviously.
Then why is it? Let's just go. Let's go.
Let's go.
You guys arrive at the tournament grounds. It is still very much under construction. You do see there is a they've set up like a tented space in front of the grounds that have some people at desks, as well as a board outside that shows the current standings, the previous year's champions, if it was a group match. Oh shit! I never deleted it. No. Kuno's got 5th level Cone of Cold because I was trying to get his goddamn armor to work.
It's my trump card.
It's your trump card.
With this treasure I summoned.
It's so funny. Got this ace on my sleeve. Yeah, so you see the previous winners from the last year. There is a little board that says this year's events are presented in memoriam to, and then a long list of names of champions who fell in battle either in the war or last competition.
Is the name of that guy that Solara hates on there?
Marvin? No, Marvin is unfortunately still alive.
He's probably like 12 years old.
Probably 10.
He's a kid, yeah.
No. He's gotta be like 20.
Kuno settled that he's a grown man.
He's just
She
an
did say he was a
asshole.
kid.
Kuno didn't hear that.
He said boy, but yeah.
Boy, kid, the same difference.
You guys approach, there's some people kind of like with clipboards like for signups and stuff like that. Yes, please, next in line. Hello? Are you just going to stand there?
Oh, cool.
Hi,
Hello?
how did we get hello? How did we get in?
Well, the
What is
grounds...
this for?
Oh, this is the right, the tournament for Bashir, a chance for all the warriors and groups and battles and the best of the best. And it's a big fight. Would you like to join the big fight?
Okay, never mind. You answered the question. I said I think he means the specific sign up.
Oh, this is for the big one. Yes, this is for the group entry. Maximum 8 individuals. There's 3 of you, so I think that'll be fine. But
we have others.
Oh, good. Maximum of 8. Unfortunately, hopefully that will suffice. But
Will
yes.
we get put against other groups of 8?
Other groups. Anyone who is not fighting solo or duo is grouped in, as it were.
We should get an 8th.
With the others. So yes. I do.
Anyone else?
Is that a ruby seal?
Yes.
Well, I'm not sure if anyone's explained it to you, but that instantly qualifies you for the semifinals.
Oh,
But,
sweet.
Cool.
And we didn't have to go in and fight other.
The downside is you will not have that good of an impression of who you're fighting, but they will be battle weary because all the group fights are held on one day. So.
Oh. That's good to know.
Yes.
So is the whole entire thing is held in one day?
No. The rite is a weekend of sorts. It takes place over a few days. Crimson Fall this year falls on the end of the week, so it is actually the kickoff of the ceremonies, and all of the group events are held first. For they are usually the most entertaining before the folk have to go back to their miserable lives after the weekend.
So what is the difference between individual and group? Like, I know the actual difference, but you said group activities. Is it just one tournament, or is it multiple different ones?
There's multiple tiers, and he goes on to explain it's kind of similar to like weight classes, but instead of like abilities and whatnot, there's 2 classes for each grouping. So you can either fight solo, which is a solo league, so you're only going to be fighting against one other person. There is duos, so it's you and a partner versus them and a partner. And then there's groups, which is anywhere from 3 to 8 people, and then each of those groupings has 2 classes. One of them is the gentleman's class, which is a fight a non-magical fight. Magical weapons are fine, but no spell casting. Fight until someone gives up or falls unconscious, and then there is the champion's fight, which is to the death.
Scary.
So which one? So the gentleman's one is just.
That one is definitely more of a show. I think one could consider it the equivalent of jousting. It is for presentation and flair. Although you may get injured, it is still noble to fight in the gentleman's fight. And typically that's where you'll see a lot more of the dignitaries. You know, those who used to be warriors and have maybe retired, but like to give a good show for the crowd, of course. But the real money is at the champions fight.
Do all of the winners of each perspective tiering, what does the prize?
Well, they are all this year going to be granted an audience, as well as a favor from the Grand Marshal. Not sure if you know who that is, but he hasn't been around. For a long time. He's been busy, so it's good to see him back in the city and well suited, it looks.
Where was he?
I don't know. They don't
Really
really
asking this
talk about
this,
it.
like this clerk.
They
He was like high schooler.
he's like a top military dude. They don't really announce his location. Yeah.
I mean, how long? You said he was away a while. So
He's been gone for the better part of the year.
Oh.
But couldn't say where.
So, do you already have the lost and found signed up, or do we have to make
he
it
kind of
official?
goes through his listings. I do see it listed, but beside classification is just a question mark. Looks like they have not decided how many and what grouping they wish to sign up for.
7?
Sure. And we were looking at the gentleman's fight, was it?
Champion.
Very well.
I'm assuming.
I think so.
Well,
I mean,
there is no magical limitations besides staying within the arena at all times. But that is very appropriate, I think, for sealed members. The Merchants Guild, but Ruby Seal. I've never met you before. I'm making a point to know most sealed members. How long have you been in town?
A few weeks.
Weeks?
Oh, well. Welcome to Bashir.
4 days.
It's been like 6 days, almost a week.
I'm still saying a few weeks, and I elbow
Sure.
up. I like step up. I like step up. I like
Step on her foot.
like lightly, not hard,
Wait a
but like
few days.
enough to like get her to stop talking.
Sorry, we have to. Okay, all right. Ignore me. I'm here.
Enough to earn a ruby seal. That's put it that way.
Fair enough.
Is there anything else we need to do? Anything we should know where we need to be? What?
It is suggested that you make arrangements the night before to know what area you'll be sleeping in. Contestants are required to sleep on the grounds for the duration of the tournament, including the night before, as you will be wakened early to get your assignment. You will not know what group you're fighting until, because you are advanced to the semifinals, you'll be fighting later in the afternoon.
Do we know the possible groups that we could be fighting?
There's a couple who have signed up now. Usually there's about a dozen or so.
I'm guessing more and more as the week goes on.
Yes. Feel free to check back by the end of the week and see.
How many, how many are usually? How many participants are usually?
Well, he had mentioned like usually about a dozen or so groups.
Oh, about a dozen. Okay, sorry.
For the champions run, usually like 3 or 4 for the gentleman run, and similar numbers in the duos and singles.
Mm-hmm. Like each one is like probably roughly like 12 to like 16,
give or take. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And how often is this? I don't recall being like. Is it every Crimson's Fall?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
It is a significant event where they appease the god of death by offering him their dead recently.
And then as Soren's like, never mind, I can't do it subtly, so I'm just not gonna do it. But is there anyone else in this tent? Like
there's
else?
a couple other people with checkboards who seem to be attending to other groups. You imagine there's probably 3 total, including the one who's talking with you.
Okay. Do they look formidable at all?
Compare them to me.
They look
Compare
like
them to
they look like staff. They're
not
not
that group,
like,
not the, like the people signing up. Do they look formidable at all?
there's only one other person, and he's a solo. He looks to be like a 50-plus-year-old human. That's the only other group you see. One other person.
You might actually have to come back later, Kuno, and actually get it. We might not be able to, unless we can like seek out names of groups and know where they stay, or
Should we ask about the rules?
they said any magic is permitted as long as you stay in the arena.
Yep.
Okay.
And it fights to the death. So anything goes.
There's no giving up.
No giving up.
We
You're okay
rarely
with
do.
that.
All right.
I
Anybody
guess.
else has anything they'd like to do during this time skip?
I have some spells to transcribe.
Oh yeah, you got a couple. What was the total amount of hours?
44.
4d4 or 4d4?
4
4
hours.
Yeah.
45.
Yep. So like I want to be pulling all-nighter after all-nighter, cramming as much in as I can.
Sure. You definitely can. I think you have all of the 14th and all of the 15th. You can do about 10 or so hours per day just built in. That's roughly how much free time you would have on top of like your regular stuff and interacting with the
You could get all
party.
those spells in before the tournament.
You could
if
definitely
do
get them in
tournament.
before the
That's
tournament.
the plan.
That's no
Yeah.
problem. But how many you want to actually cram in this weekend is going to be a little bit tougher. So you can kind of pick and choose. You can do 10 hours for free. If you want to start going into exhaustion, you can.
Sign me up.
So for each additional 2 hours is a level of exhaustion.
So let's just see.
Right up
So yeah, just
to
gotta
right up to a
look at-
5th level exhaustion. Extra 10
Can I
hours.
actually give them the wizard meth they gave me?
My wizard Adderall. Yeah.
There you go.
This is exactly what it's for.
I've never, I've not had to use this, and it looks like you're about to try and pull some all-nighters. So
What do you mean?
Here you go.
You just
I
got
only
a
have-
bundle of scrolls.
I can see the stack of scrolls behind you.
I appreciate it, Moss. I have so much to do. And then I gotta read summon more and see how that's gonna work out. Oh my goodness, thank you. This is great.
Of course.
And to confirm, the wizard meth basically makes it so you do not have to sleep, I believe. Or you don't. I can't remember. It's got some.
I had it written down many a moon ago. Because it was so that Mr. Moongrove
You could
Moonseeker would not
avoid
eat us.
sleeping, but
Yes.
then turns out I didn't need them because I took care of that.
Yep.
Okay. Absolutely. So you were able to stay up for the full 48 hours. However,
Yep.
if there's any interruptions, it's up to you if you allow yourself to be interrupted and deduct time from that as needed. So just keep that in mind.
I'm gonna post a little sign on the door that just says, "Don't knock unless everyone is dying."
So
Thank you.
Before Nico as Nico's putting that sign up, before it's actually like goes up and Nico started, Amon is gonna come up and is gonna excuse me, Nico.
Yes.
Newman, I want to learn more about magic, but I'm not very good at books. Like I'm not really good at going and reading all these lore and all that stuff. Mind if I just sat and watched you work?
Okay. Can you sit silently in the corner?
Yes.
Okay.
I can literally be a bat hanging from the ceilings.
Right.
So stupid.
Yeah.
Okay, I ask for one thing in exchange.
Yeah.
I just need you to bounce. If anybody starts knocking on that door, swoop down and be a bat or whatever bats do. I'm not sure, but yes, of course. Come learn in the workshop of mostly learning, sometimes explosions.
Sometimes I may be directly above you, just seeing what you're doing, but I won't interrupt your work.
All right, sounds fair.
No.
Why do you want to learn? Can't you just do magic the easy way?
I can, but sometimes it doesn't feel right unless I acknowledge it. And if I just keep going the way I'm going and I'm just chugging it out, it feels wrong almost. It feels like my magic is more influenced more by the people around me and what they can do rather than what is drawn from me. I get more powerful the more I learn.
Well, then, I'm happy to assist on your quest for higher education.
Right. Thank you.
I guess as we get settled, then I'm just gonna leave my introductory spellbook on the table next to me, just open on the first chapter for Amon to start. Also,
Whiz kids.
Look at it, flip a few pages,
yeah.
All right.
If you want to start the homework now, and just let me know, I'll have more assignments ready after this.
Okay, yeah. Pulls out a small little flip pad and just I might need a bigger notebook. Shit. And Amon is going to observe how magic works through Nico. He's seen it through Aqua, he's seen it through Sword and Kuno. Now he is witnessing the intricacies through Nico.
Ooh. All right. Moss, I think it's just you.
Well then, there's two things that I have on my agenda.
Okay.
The first being one that I've been working on for a few days, which is Smiley!
Smiley.
And you should have seen this coming.
Yep.
It's always Smiley.
It's always Smiley.
I'm going to, while I'm in my room, I'm going to transform into the Reaper. And I'm gonna pull Smiley's face from the well of conscious.
Okay. I need you to make a wisdom check.
Okay. Oh, where's my character sheet? There it is. Wisdom check. It's gonna be Okay, that's really good. That's a fucking 21.
Oof. Okay.
17 plus 4.
Hell yeah. As you think about Smiley and try to pull his face from your memory banks, you hear the sound of water drops hitting a puddle. That dripping sound. You look around at the, you're in your kind of like inner thoughts, and you can look around at them through this like spiritual gaze that you have. And you see in the distance, far, far off, like you're coming over the hill looking down at a town, a collection of torches.
Oh. Can I get closer?
You begin walking in that direction, and similar to like that nightmare feeling of walking down an endless hallway and never feeling yourself moving closer, you have that impression. And it takes a while, but eventually, with your wisdom check, you're able to push through that dreamlike feeling of being trapped in an infinite hallway. As you get closer, you can hear the sounds of people shouting, a crowd, a mob. But you can't really make out any details. It's blurry, it's fuzzy. At the center of this mob is a figure hanging from a spike in the ground. Being held up by his arms tied behind his back around this pole, achingly, awkwardly. You see a bloodied, bruised Smiley.
Can I see anything? Like, can I look through Smiley? Like, who's done this? Who is this mob?
You look around through his eyes, and it's difficult to maintain that through the bloodied, bruising face. You begin to feel the pain he is feeling as you jump into his psyche like this. You have a moment of panic. You see not anyone in particular that stands out as someone you know personally, but you see what appears to be townsfolk, regular people, fear on their face, rage. You still can't make out the details of what they're shouting.
Do I have a connection to anyone in the crowd?
In a handful of these figures, you do feel the tendrils cut, but still linked through the ethereal of several other of the followers that Smiley had said he had been recruiting. Make an insight check.
Oh, God. Okay, it's not a 19. I thought it was a 19. I'm always in the wrong tab. Perception, that is a 19.
Insight.
Oh, sorry, insight, not perception. Duh. That is a 19.
Okay. It looks like Smiley's recruits have rebelled. Not drinking the Kool-Aid, as it were, about their patron.
Can I reach into their minds to speak to them?
What is your intent as you intend to do this?
Either mostly just to save Smiley. Like the intent, his intention is to scare them into like either
to protect Smiley.
Yeah, scare them into like, oh god, this is real. The Kool-Aid was real.
I will say, similar to the effects of a command spell, as you attempt this, you can shout out one word or short phrase.
Phrase. You fear friends you don't understand. You don't want to be given a reason to be afraid.
Make an intimidation check.
Is Moz gonna be turned into the thing he hates the most?
Oh, he's already been doing that. He's come to terms with that he has to stoop low. Intimidation. That is a 22.
22. I need you to roll 8d6, please.
Ooh.
Fireball. Comes out of Smiley's mouth.
I have 66.
And what is your save DC?
My save DC is 16.
Cool.
That's 3 6s. A 4, so 12, 18, 22, 23, and then 2 more. Oh, nice. 33.
As you yell out this threat, this protective argument to leave your friend alone, you watch as they kind of back up, and you forgot for a second that you are looking through the eyes of Smiley. You feel a static discharge come out of the words that Smiley is now speaking through them, a loud, booming voice, and it strikes the crowd, and you watch screams as many of them fall to the ground.
Uh-oh. Well...
The few that are left standing look around confused, and then after a few moments, they bow.
Oh, shit.
You did it!
Can I reach Smiley's, like, consciousness? Is he, like, present at all?
Not currently, unfortunately.
Just want to leave him with a message, if I can somehow, either through interpretation of his dream or otherwise.
Sure. What are you trying to inflect?
That he must be better than I, and that we need as many people to be our allies as possible, not enemies.
Okay. You're pulled out
and
of that
to
vision.
do well with the gift I've given him.
As you impart that message, you kind of shake yourself back to consciousness.
Well, that was more difficult than I was anticipating it was going to be. And then I will shift back into myself.
Just muttering under your breath.
It's like, that's probably the single most terrifying and horrible thing I've ever done. Besides having killed a bunch of those people in the first place. And he walks out of the room to go find...
Wipes it off and goes about his day.
That's going in the vault. Kerplunk.
Okay, and the second thing you wanted to do?
Yeah, Moss is going to And it kind of goes in hand with the fact that I'm sort of building a cult army in the background. What are we going to do if, say, they pushed our meeting after their announcement? What if the announcement is that they're going to war? Like, we lose the ship in that scenario.
Bear's character Moss announces over a hot meal on Sunday night. Food for thought. What is going to happen?
My hope was that maybe, daft hope as it might be, that telling them of the greater threat would maybe persuade them not to go to war with Niall's people, but that seems to have been subverted by happenstance. Like, do we run? Do we flee?
Is this... Are we all here?
Yeah. Everyone but
We're
maybe
having dinner
Nico
together.
/ Amon.
I don't know. Personally, I have business, and until that is done, I think it is here.
I just mean, like, as far as getting to the Raquelian Isle.
So that boat is our surest shot, fastest way to get to the Raquelian Isles. Instead of going overland, even going overland and then sea, we will not have a boat half as fast, probably, as this thing.
Yeah.
Let alone...
What? I did.
So, they did say... Did they say that if they do go to war, it's guaranteed that the ship is going with them?
It would be conscripted back into the war, yes.
It would be... Okay, so guaranteed. Also, I think the only way I will, immediate fleeing is if we all get conscripted somehow.
Right. We don't need to run as soon as the war starts.
So,
and in fact, hopefully, there's slightest chance we can reverse their declaration, but unlikely.
This is just people talk, but there are feelings that it might be over, as soon as they not for much after they declared, but that is probably just them being told what they are wanted to be told.
Everybody thinks that they are going to be the one to swiftly win whatever war they're in. Nobody expects it to be 5 years long and brutal.
Well, yeah,
that's the hubris of it.
If I could, I wonder if I knew what their demeanor was prior to this situation, then maybe we can compare and contrast.
Exactly.
But anyone else have any input on this topic whatsoever?
Yeah, does anybody else?
I guess Nico's still working.
Niall, what do you feel about this? This is your people that are going to be
Nico,
attacked.
You do still need food, so I will let you decide if you think you've stepped out for dinner and gotten caught by this conversation.
I'm standing in the corner eating really quickly.
She was
trying to steal a plate, and we hey,
hold on, Nico.
On this.
What do you think?
Dinner's here.
I was gonna say it'd be really funny if fucking Amon would just walking back to the room with 2 plates on his arm, and he's got food in his mouth, and he's just
Oi! Get over at the table. We're having a discussion. Oh, well, okay, fine. Go give them, and then come back.
goes in, puts a plate down, and it's shit. They're talking politics. Do you, yes or shake your head, yes or no, if you want in.
Kuno's in the room with now.
All right, 2 minutes.
Okay. Lead Nico back out.
Okay. So the whole gang is here.
So we were just talking about what happens if war is declared and our ship that we need to take to the Ricanian Isles is conscripted back into the war.
I guess we're walking.
Do you think,
so.
Do you think we could secure another vessel of travel if there's a substitute, since we do have a long?
I'm sure we could talk our way into something like that.
Yeah, we could see if somebody will take us part way down to, some sort of trading city. We get off, we get some horses. Those horses die horribly. Then we walk for a little bit.
I like to not be part of war.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be. I mean, not this war specifically, but I feel like it's all kind of growing inevitable that we're going to be involved in war of some kind. It seems to follow us everywhere.
No, just fighting seems to follow us everywhere, not war.
Well,
War's different.
Fighting doesn't always necessarily mean war, but yeah. Violence itself tends to follow us around, but
Yeah.
I guess thus is the nature of the material plane and traveling. Is it always this violent?
I mean,
What, this world?
Niall just quietly
I
nodding
have
his
known
head.
violence my entire life, so
Like,
I can only speak from that.
travel is dangerous in the Feywild, but usually you could, talk your way or buy your way or riddle your way out of it.
I think I don't think people would appreciate riddles here. They might be just confused and then stab you.
Yeah.
I've gotten that impression.
Yeah. I mean, there are those who I think you could. I mean, I don't know. I think
They all seem to find it all quite interesting in theory and idea, but mostly are disturbed by it in practicality.
Yeah.
That being said, a more similar, adjacent, but not really. If we do end up walking, we was on the horn to our good pal Smiley, and he was almost crucified by Salt Creek. So that was interesting.
Oh, they didn't take. They're not taking to.
I think they are now, because I shouted to save Smiley's life. But before, I guess they just didn't believe that I was real, which, fair enough, I'm far away. I've been busy, neglecting them maybe a little bit.
Can I insight check Moss?
Sure.
Okay.
What are you trying to discern?
I just want to know, what do I want to know?
I mean,
more of
I can tell you. I'll tell you. Depending on your role, I'll tell you exactly how he's feeling.
He seems too casual about people not accepting this, and
Sure.
Smiley, where he was kind of curious, more curious about it, and it's oh, well, that's not working, but now it does. Now they are. Now they are suddenly.
Yeah.
What happened? What?
Sure.
Is he?
Us losing it.
I got an 18 on the die, and that's a plus 8.
I'll roll.
So 26.
I'll counter roll before I tell you the truth.
That's fine.
You had a what?
A 26.
I only got a 24. So, you can tell that Moss is incredibly uncomfortable and unsettled by what he's talking about.
Okay, that's all I really want to know is Moss's feeling.
He feels gross.
Okay. So it is not as easy as you thought it was going to be.
Well, I guess I didn't expect it to be easy. I just didn't expect there to be violent resistance.
You said Smiley is okay now?
Yes, Smiley should be fine. Then I kind of think into my head, Smiley, are you there? It's been a few hours.
Just double
You
checking.
feeling any better?
Nothing.
I'm sure he'll be fine. They were, they looked like they were going to turn things around.
Okay.
But any chance we ever have to go back there if we have to, I would take it for two reasons. One, to finish our business with the hag I sold my soul to, part one.
Yeah. If we find ourselves back there anytime soon.
But I don't find that to be likely, so I will continue my communications from afar, but that's the only update I have on Salt Creek. As far as the anti-ascendancy forces.
Do you know how many people are at Salt Creek now? Or no?
I do not. Whenever Smiley's recovered, though, I'm sure they can take some sort of count.
Some sort of count. Yeah, potentially.
Get a nice census.
Yeah, and hopefully get them working on infrastructure.
We're going to need roads where we're going.
They yearn for the roads.
They yearn for the road. But that's a little, just in addition to us kind of needing to just at least think about what's going to happen if we go to the war. We can, or not go to the war, but like they go to war.
I think
like we finish your business, brothers, and then we bounce.
I think we will. We'll find out shortly what's their intent, and will we be able to convince them otherwise once we're already done?
Right.
I
As
guess to not
for
go to war.
and are we at least all agreed that they shouldn't go to war with Flintgate, or that we should at least maybe try and convince them to go to war with somebody else?
I don't think it's my problem.
I'm not surprised.
I guess it's not really your problem anymore since you do not.
Yeah, you don't have a tower there anymore.
Oh, yeah, there's just...
It is not really our problem, but I know one of us
Might spread.
Right.
It's
I mean,
continue.
I feel like in the interest of our good friend Niall and their family, as well as all of the innocent lives that war usually takes, it would be...
Yeah, it also will hinder, like...
Yeah, and for us more direct-minded, it will make it harder for us to travel back down the way we came.
The fear-mongering kind of pseudo-propaganda that the Anzal Republic is known for, and really what the army kind of uses as a scare tactic is, in the last few hundred years, Ryacin's forces have grown from a small little inlet on the northern part of the continent, and they've stretched almost all the way south. So where will they stop?
Yeah. If they want to stop. Yes.
I'm a little more concerned with the more celestial business and Fae whoosy-whatsits that have been going on.
Well, exactly. I'm trying to convince the Ryacin Empire that instead of attacking Flintgate, we should be preparing ourselves for defending or attacking whoever's coming to wipe us all out.
And just to clarify, you mean the children, or like the Fae, like your Mother,
Well,
or whomever.
The Ascendancy want to permanently condemn everybody to the Fey Plague and probably a fair amount of violence, as well as usurp the gods, which would end poorly for everyone on the material as well. And the gods so far have abandoned Patria and killed almost everybody for one time, and are kind of just okay in the present moment. Except for Katara, who wishes to completely take over the entire universe by stealing it. So I'm hoping that maybe the existential crises that we're facing might convince them otherwise, but I'm not hopeful. They seem very direct and assured in their ideas.
So are we getting involved in a holy war?
I mean, I don't expect any of you to follow me into any sort of conflict that would end in any sort of untimely end for any of you or harm in general, but I'm going to. I will be there. So I kind of have to do this.
I'll help you, Moss. I mean, you're my friend and everything, so I'll help.
Thank you, Aqua.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. Need to get your back sorted first.
Yeah, we should probably find more information about stuff too, so.
Yeah, that is... I did figure out a way to stop it for 24 hours, so... In emergency.
In case of emergency. But yes, I will be initiating some sort of coup or a holy war against my mother, and
Yay.
Hopefully that will prevent a bigger holy war.
Right.
Perhaps.
But also my mom is working with the Nine Hells. So it's iffy.
Did we
intrinsically bad?
Did we ever figure out what deity?
I don't think we have.
Devil? It was? Oh no.
I don't think so.
We didn't.
You have to look back to your notes. I feel like I mentioned a few different things.
I feel like for some reason, it's the seventh. They're tied to the seventh layer of hell.
That sounds familiar.
That sounds familiar.
Like it just sounds familiar, but I can't even picture what fucking episode we were on.
Because I was like trying to see if Kentet was the same deity that was working with with Moss's mom, as just to like tie a through line.
Moss's secret deep down theory, it's the same person that owns Nile, but he hasn't been able to confirm it in any way.
No, because isn't Nile's person a demon, which is different than a devil?
I thought they were a devil.
No, they're a demon.
No,
right?
they're a demon.
Oh, never mind then. They're on the different side of a war.
And he's
they're on Team Blood War.
Also afraid of them. We don't know that.
They're afraid of archdevils.
Yeah.
That's not the same as regular devils. That's like big
Papa.
boys.
I think it's my dad.
I feel like you would have.
But anyways, any outcome where the Ascendancy wins is bad. Any outcome where the gods decide they want to take more for themselves is bad, which seems likely. And I'd like in general for things to be good for everyone else. For everybody.
The party shrugs non-committally. Yeah.
I'm just
We're all
listening
really
to
great,
Moss's
like
rant.
morally
Just listening to Moss's rant, just like.
Soren.
All right.
Make a history check.
Is Soren and Kuno secretly being like, did he just say that shit about guitar?
Tyler.
It was like coming in and out of like coming in out of it. Overhearing it.
Cognitive dissonance.
I rolled
Yeah.
what equates to a natural 1 plus
Katara. Wah, wah, wah.
plus. What's my history? Plus 3, so 4.
Okay.
Fucking natural.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that.
Don't know how
Yeah,
I feel about that.
I could have got some interesting tidbits.
I'll let Kuno make the same roll. You guys studied under the same master.
Come on.
History.
You can do it, Kuno.
No,
You guys studied under the same master. Oh no.
Oh, if it's a
He's making
natural
that
one.
face.
7.
Oh, better than a 4, baby.
Let's
Wait, is that your
go.
third 7?
That is my third 7 this session.
wait, is it,
You hit
wait,
the
Kuno, is it an
spots.
8 minus 1?
It is an 8 minus 1. They have all been different dice rolls. I
They've all
rolled
been
a
different.
5 plus 2, a 6 plus 1, and now an 8 minus 1.
How many ways
Okay.
can Kuno get 7 this session? Let's find out.
That's
Find out.
insane.
If I get a 0 and I roll athletics, I get a 7.
You know, 1?
Nope, a 0. He needs to roll a 0 on a
Roll a 0
d20.
on a D20.
Listen, it's Kuno. He'll figure it
I
out.
engraved a 0. Don't worry.
Oh.
Nick, it's bigger than all the other sides. No wonder you keep rolling bad.
It's actually just a coin, and on one side is a 0, on the other side is all the other
It says,
numbers.
the other side, one side says fail, the other side says roll a d20. The other side says I get to roll.
50-50 chance you get to roll, yeah.
Oh boy, I get to roll the d20, guys.
So silly. Okay. Nico, you hurry back on to your work. And we're going to take a break there. When we come back, we are going to join the crowds on the streets of Bashir to hear what the council has decided.
We're going to hear the good news.
We're going to hear the good news. Extra, extra. We'll see you guys in a bit.
Extra, read all about it. We're going
That's
to
the
war.
grand news. We've decided to bring back our lunch program. Everybody gets free pizza.
Program and
Shall
casual
not.
Fridays.
Turns out the Council of Bashir is extremely liberal. We are expanding access to healthcare for all those who need it.
Universal healthcare.
Dental included.
Free tuition.
Here's the fantasy world.
Oh, all right, guys. We'll see you in a bit.
They're like, oh, but we are going to
Push it.
Make sure
Push
it's
it.
live because you don't
Push
want to
it.
push it too softly and it not turn live.
That's
Yeah.
true. You gotta smack
You
that.
gotta really
live
press.
button.
Tyler has a really
Yeah,
big
really-
red button that just says
You gotta
live. Pushes it.
really
It's
smack
it's
that red
unfortunately
button.
not that big.
It's like
just,
this big.
It's just hold on.
Hold
I got
the
the thing
lever.
covered. Hold on. It's
If you-
literally
if you
just.
don't hear-
That's
if you
it.
don't
It's a
hear
tiny little
resounding
button.
Slap
It's pretty
when you
small.
hit that like
It's-
button.
I
Do
could
that.
add a sound effect.
You need to get you need to get a sound that says like a ching. Like
No,
a-
I think honestly
No,
with
just a
my meme
massive
style, it
fart
would just
with
be
reverb.
Owen Wilson going "wow"
Or-
every time I
or
push
the
live.
THX thing. The
The THX thing. Wow.
it just slowly gets louder.
That's so aggressive.
It's
Welcome
the
back.
IMAX,
Welcome back.
like, build
Oh,
up,
it's
like,
awful.
Yeah.
or the THX, yeah.
Yeah.
So
No,
silly.
it's Mac's entry sound effect, that massive like fart with reverb.
All right,
No,
all
it's,
right.
wait, it's Daddy Chill now.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Chill. You guys are ridiculous. Okay,
Sure are.
last call. Anything you guys want to do on the evening before the announcement, which is to be held early in the morning? You guys will be up. It'll be around 10 o'clock in the morning, typically, at the main citadel on the western edge of the city, where the nobles and council members and governmental people abide.
Kuno would like to speak with Soren.
Okay?
Okay.
Setting the scene. No. They'll just be in the room.
Okay.
Soren.
Yeah.
He kind of gets up from his bed and walks over. I have something I need to talk to you about.
What is it?
Kelsey offered me an oath.
And
Well, I declined.
well, that's good to hear, at least.
But what troubles me is that I do not know what to do with him. I want to help them.
Oh, you already agreed to open them.
I didn't make an oath or promise anything, but I wield them, so I think it's a duty of mine.
But
It,
go ahead.
they have helped us in quite a couple of jams, so I want to help make them whole, but this oath worries me.
Can they hear us?
Probably.
All right. Well, maybe we could use them, but they're sentient, so it would be much harder. I think I wanted to use them for what Katara has planned for us, or for me. I guess us. For this next year. I'll be in a phone call.
Katara's calling. Pick up.
The ringtones are like, don't you wish you had a girlfriend that was hot like me?
Oh shit, sorry.
He turns off the ringer, but it's still vibrating in his pocket.
Because she is a god-killing weapon. And I was hoping that it would be easier to use her, but now it seems like it would be more difficult to use her against the things that made her.
This Grand Marshals that apparently we have the favor of speaking to if the tournament is successful.
I mean, if it's not, then we are dead, so hopefully it is.
Yeah, fair enough. But he must know something about Kelsey.
What do you want to do, Kronos?
What do you mean?
Like, you talk about I am unsure. But what do you think you should do with Kelsey?
Well, I want to at least find all the pieces, assemble them. I think I do not want to take the oaths. I do not want to turn my back on Katara.
Why do you feel the need to complete all of their siblings, to find all of their siblings, I should say? What do you think that this Grand Marshal will just give his piece to you?
But frankly, I think if anything, he would try and take mine if he knew.
Oh, I think them having two siblings, two pieces. I don't know what it is like if they are all siblings, if they're all parts of a whole. But two god-killing weapons in the hands of one individual, especially one who it feels like it's about to declare war on another nation. Seems like it might secure their victory even more, since they already think it's going to happen. And do you think he will do anything if he finds out that you have kerosene? If he figures out that, do you think he will try to do anything in his power to take her from you?
Well, and this is just a hunch I have. When kerosene sang out to her sibling did not say anything. And perhaps it is dormant or not as complete as my piece. Perhaps his weapon doesn't even speak to him in cuts the way that kerosene does.
When was your first interaction with kerosene? Who reached out to whom?
I heard kerosene. I just heard their voice. They, I think, were exhausted or in pain. And I spoke out to them.
Okay. So, perhaps he has figured out a way to make the blade dormant, for lack of a better term. Why, if this blade is going to keep trying to, I don't know if they're going to offer you more. They are going to continue to pester you with this oath. Why keep continuing trying to find them? What do you hope to gain out of it?
Well, perhaps it and I can reach a middle ground.
I find with deities, there usually isn't a middle ground. At least those that I have studied, at least with my experience with our own deity, there is no middle ground. They don't really like to share what is theirs, which is good and bad at the same time. Not that I am complaining, because I am completely content in my worship.
You said it. Oh, good.
Good.
Kelsin said this oath was of loyalty, of just doing good, and it is before pantheons and such. Have you heard of something like that?
Have I heard of anything like that?
Of what, sorry?
Of an oath of just loyalty, of to do good, not to any just the like whatever good is, the oath
Rather
to do
than a
that.
specific deity. Make a religion check.
All right. That is what is my religion? That is a 17.
17. It's very easy to fall into the belief when it comes to the studies of what it means to be a cleric and a paladin of a god. And in every teaching that both of you went through, it was in service to Katara. every duty, every act, every command, every spell, every blood sacrifice, everything has always been in service to Katara. With that religion role, I think in your own time, Soren, maybe even since you've left to go traveling, you've been curious enough about the outside world, outside of the bubble of your father's influence, enough to know that it is hypothetically possible to be a paladin of a ideal or a belief or a moral code rather than swearing fealty to an entity. You have no idea how that is possible or how it works, or if so, who or what is granting them their paladin capabilities. But it is hypothetically possible.
Can I be a paladin of family values?
You can.
I think
Be a paladin of the food pyramid.
Yeah, you're just really
Eat your greens,
dedicated.
kids.
You're just really dedicated to a healthy lifestyle.
Be a paladin of reduce, reuse, recycle.
Hell yes.
Greek paladin. Isn't that way of the ancients?
Yeah. Oath of the ancients.
No, it's actually prevent wildfires.
Yeah. It is possible to be so committed to something that you are committed to that oath, to your own creed code, but I don't know what Kelsing is, why they feel that their moral compass is good when, I don't know, when they weren't they themselves a weapon used for something that was the exact opposite of what is the term good in this world.
I see.
They're used by the dark side, right? I'm right?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to be talking out of my ass and not be right.
A general of Kaela, the first to break allegiance to Kaela.
Yeah. So I would just be wary. So I am not one to preach. I just want you to trust your own gut and what you should do and what you feel is your will.
It will. You don't think that Kelsing was one of these paladins?
Don't know what Kelsing was. I only know that they are a weapon right now. They were apparently used by one of Kaela's generals who betrayed her. And now they are something else, apparently. How do you know they aren't manipulating you in any way to make you see them in a different light, to try to push you away of what you have known? Just be wary.
Yes. I had not thought of it that way. Sometimes I am too willing to listen.
It is not a problem to listen, but what you do after you listen. You can always listen. It's to hear them out, to be curious, but just know who you are.
Thank you.
Go ahead. You have something to say.
I don't know. I think Soren's debating on whether if he's gonna just like drop the ball and let him insight into the mind of Katara, and just like I'm debating. I know she's ready. I know she said not to tell anything, but Soren's so excited that he turned away Kelsey. And do you have any inkling of what Katara wants?
Well, in fact, I feel like I hear about it more from Moss than I hear about you. That she is planning to get rid of the Pantheon.
Yeah. And I think that remember when I asked you if you had my back? That is what I was referring to, because in the next year there are going to be tasks that I am going to have to do. I don't know what she has planned for you, but just keep an ear open and your mind open.
What will happen? Why does Katara want to do it?
I think she wants to break whatever wheel we have been on for the last I guess since Patria's creation.
Okay, so I don't know how much Kuno knows about the history of Katara, but does he know how long Katara's been around?
Yes, yeah, you are familiar with her creation myth, so it is said. When the time between campaign 1 ending and campaign 2 beginning was approximately 350-ish years, current date, even with the year. It's about 350 years. The gods disappeared for the first 100-ish years. So they've been back for the last 250, and that includes Katara, who has seemed to taken up the mantle of the goddess of luck and misfortune, who apparently had died or gone missing during the Age of Heroes. When she came to the world, she appeared physically as a Titan-sized entity.
It's metal.
And she proclaimed a selection of creatures to be gifted with one of her 3 abilities, of which you are familiar with. One of them being hemomancy, one of them being plane shifting, seemingly at random or at will. Something you haven't really encountered too much. And the third one. Others, a seemingly extended lifeline, and that one's always been vaguely described, but in the little bit of research that both you and your brother have done, it's apparently a little bit more in depth than that. Rather than people living super long, which, there are creatures that just have that innate ability, it lengthens their memories. As in, a son will be born inheriting the memories of his ancestors. And this allows for some fairly powerful beings. If you had the memories of all the mistakes and knowledge that your father and his father and his father and his father have learned, you're not starting from square one when you're going to school as a kid. You're miles ahead of the class. I haven't really interacted with anyone from the other 2 categories. At least not that you know of.
At least hemomancy seems to be the most obvious, or the most outward.
Pronounced. It's the most pronounced for sure, yes.
Yeah. It's still not as prevalent, but it's It's the easiest to.
It's the
identify
easiest
because-
sign of a Kataran worshiper, for sure. Yeah. So to answer your question, you know that she's been around for about 250 years, which in godhood, that's nothing. That's a blink of an eye. She's done a lot of work in 250 years.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's. Do you have any other questions, Nick?
Soren grabs your throat through the fourth wall. Anything else,
other
boy?
questions?
Fess up. You're muted. You're muted.
Has Kuno noticed the kiss tattoo on Soren's hand at any point, or is it invisible now?
Gone
It
now.
has faded.
Okay.
Yeah. After its use.
Only got one person.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's all.
Right.
Nice brotherly bonding session at the end of days.
Over a cup of
How are
hot
we going
soup.
to end the world together, brother?
Yeah.
I don't know, but we'll be together. Till the very end. You guys all can complete another long rest. Nico, if you could just make sure you roll portent, and you guys can set spells and stuff after session. Just to have that roster. You guys wake up early in the morning on the 16th of Briskar. A cold, cold wind blowing through some of the windows left open and the balcony left unlatched. Niall. Your room is much warmer than when you went to bed. You put your feet on the floor before putting your garments on, and the cold stone causes your feet to start sweating. That's all you get. For now, anyways.
The fuck does this mean?
I'm just gonna like touch the floor. Is it like hot?
To the touch,
kinda hot,
yeah.
actually.
It's warm. It's not painful, but
lava?
it's like heated flooring warm.
Is the kids' game, is the floor lava finally coming alive?
The floor is becoming lava.
The floor is becoming lava.
Roll initiative. No.
I was gonna like kind of ignore it and then just keep going.
You get up and kind of look back at your bed and begin getting dressed. And sitting, leaning back, feet propped up on your bed, hands behind his back, is Agtheron. Humanoid, no longer wrapped in shadows. A man with a very muddled complexion. You expected perfection in his skin. You know, angels and demons are always perfect, beautiful creatures, and that's the myth anyways. This man is old and in pain and hiding wounds. Did you sleep well?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's about time we had that talk.
All right then.
He stands up and, as if opening a door in the wall, rips back the fabric of reality and reveals a bright orange glowing portal of sorts. Last time we met on your turf. It's only fair. And he steps through.
choice.
You follow in?
Yep.
All right. The rest of you wake up. Long rest achieved. And Niall, you get a long rest as well. Nico, how you feeling? The 2 days of 24/7 studying.
Great. Feeling great.
All of your fingertips are like soaked in ink and chalk and just raw.
Her eyes are bloodshot.
You have so much
Little
ink in
bit.
them. You have so
How
much ink in your
much-
fingers. You probably have like the little wrinkle fingers. Like you're like,
Yeah, like you just came out of a pool.
yeah. You have ink poison. You might have ink poison.
It's just like
Amon is bringing
ink
Nico
poisoning.
her 6th cup of coffee within the last 30 minutes.
Do you think I have time to take a nap before we have to go and listen to them talk about whatever they're announcing?
You got 30 minutes.
Oh god. I'm afraid
Hour
if I
nap.
go to sleep, I'm not gonna wake back up again for
I could
A
splash you
while.
with, I could splash you with a bucket of cold water.
Or we can slap you awake.
Oh.
Nope.
No, I don't
you.
trust it. I don't trust it. I want to stay awake.
All right.
Crazy eyed Nico over here.
Yes. I mean, listen, if you feel like passing out, Aqua's pretty strong. She could probably carry you. So,
Yeah. I mean, Kuno's pretty strong too.
yeah, that too. I think Kuno might be paying too much attention, though. If the Grand Marshal's there.
That's fair.
True.
I can always just sing you a lullaby.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Just
You're
leave me if
more-
I
you're-
fall over. Just
yeah,
leave me
you're-
underneath. Just don't step on me. You know.
You could write such.
Yeah. Not to like, you know, not to be mean to Kuno, but like I feel like he's a little awkward sometimes. I feel like Aqua would be able to, you know, actually like pick you up and move you around without any want or know how, you know, not caring the world. I feel like Kuno wouldn't know what to do. And yeah.
It's like a you know, when I was growing up, people like to have dogs that would just like hang out in their workshops and like
Yeah.
be cute, I guess. I don't know.
Mhm.
It's kind of like Kuno's kind of like that sometimes. You just give him a little
Yeah.
pat and be like, "Come on, bud," and
It's like a golden blink dog. Just they don't know what to do with themselves.
sometimes.
Yeah, they just stand there. Love him to death. He's great. He's great to have around. Just swear if you catch him in the right light, it's just like it just always has a 1,000-yard stare.
But can you imagine if he really put his mind to something?
Oh
The determination.
yes, brilliant.
There's a lot of power
I'm
there.
sure. He has a lot of. And I'm sure if he had ambition for something, he wouldn't stop till it was done. So, not that he doesn't have ambition for other things, but
I've been here the whole time, guys.
Oh no!
He came to bring you guys breakfast and has just been standing at the end of the hallway.
We're
Yeah.
at the,
You're
we're at the
sitting
island
next to us.
just eating breakfast. Just like you guys are talking into like the living area, and they're just eating breakfast, just quietly, just like.
Like Amon's also seeing hallucination. He's just like,
Kuno's used to people just talking poorly about him in front of his.
oh,
No.
It's like positive, negative
yeah, it's like
compliments.
you're good. You're cool.
Oh my gosh, where is Niall?
Well, we're
Where
gonna
is
get
that
there.
little- oh, son of a bitch.
Aqua, as you make your way towards the
Take him away.
the kind of the dining area, you walk by Niall's door, and there is a letter.
Oh.
Pinned to the door.
I read it. I almost said, could I read? And I know I can.
Could
I'm
I
so
read?
sorry. I'm getting
Do I
really
know how to
tired.
read?
You could.
No, you're not
If
allowed.
you could, you read it. Like you're asking to read it.
Yeah, can I read it? Thank you.
It's a very simple letter. It's on kind of navy green paper, folded very neatly. You open it up, and it is addressed at the top in white ink. Aqua.
Fancy letter, right? Yeah.
I need a little bit more space. Everything going on with the group is difficult to swallow. A part of me is worried that if war is announced today, my family will be in danger again. I'll meet you at the announcement. Signed, Niall's full name.
Okay.
What? What's
do
Niall's full
I-
name?
Yeah, what is Niall's full name?
Elaine.
Oh,
that's it.
I was waiting for like I thought there was gonna be a middle name.
I thought so too. I was like, oh,
I won't take that
Frederick.
agency. Frederick.
Lillian Mortimer.
Mort.
Shima.
So, do I? First off,
Elaine
my
Shima.
brain's going like, where'd they get the green paper? Who has white ink? And like, but do I get like any weird vibes from the note?
Make an insight check. Make a vibe check.
Oh my God, why did I do that?
Check.
I'm not used to this. I'll use my teeny tiny dice. It's like this small.
Oh,
That's
so
what you
small.
gave me, Tyler.
So small.
That's the
I
one
didn't
you
realize
gave
they
me.
were that small.
No, they're that tiny. I shouldn't have gone with the tiny one. And then what's the
Insight.
Insight.
A little bit of insight
I
in
literally
your
closed
life.
everything because I thought, I don't know that one off the top of my head.
Inside your whatever.
Oh, it's also +7. Wow. Okay. Numbers added is 15.
15. 3 things. Green paper, weird.
Mm-hmm.
White ink, very weird.
Mm-hmm.
Third thing, Niall's writing is not this nice.
Okay, I'm walking in. Not even knocking. I'm just gonna open the door.
The room is sauna hot,
Oh fuck.
but otherwise looks untouched.
Does some steam come out of the room?
Some stanky
like-
feet sweat comes out of the room.
No,
Yeah.
like,
It's
just
that,
like
that dishwasher steam.
yeah, like where you open it up, where it's like a room and it just like
A
comes
little
out
bit.
to like.
A little
Yeah.
bit. The humidity isn't that high in this room, but it
Hair.
steamed a little bit.
Yeah, I guess it's because it's
a little
freezing
frizzy.
outside. So
Yeah.
And it does like
Room looks
again
untouched.
weird gut feeling. Again, I'm assuming I'm getting.
What's your passive perception?
Passive perception is 17.
17. I will say for free, you see clearly the side of the bed that Niall sleeps on, the blanket's still kind of thrown back. And there is the imprint of another body on the other side of the bed. Like someone slept there as well.
Hey, 2 things happened. One, either Niall is talking to the demon guy again, or 2, Niall invited someone over last night. But that doesn't explain the really hotness, so I'm going to think it's number 1. Aqua doesn't know.
That's true. That's true.
so
Okay. And again, that's the only thing I noticed. No, nothing. Okay. All
what
right.
does the
Okay.
note say?
So I'm gonna close the door.
Yep.
And I'm gonna weirdly cartoon walk to everyone, and then be like,
Roll
We-
right.
Are you walking like
"Have
that?
a problem."
Mm-hmm.
And if everyone's at the dinner table, I will like throw the note onto the table, going,
Yep.
There are several things wrong with this. 1 is green paper. Where do you get green paper from? Nico, don't answer that right now. 2, it's white ink. Who the hell owns white ink? Nico, don't answer that right now. And like 3, Niall doesn't write this nicely, and I know I've seen his writing. It is not this pretty. And also it's a sauna in his room, and there is another body shape on the bed, which I don't know who that was.
Like,
could Niall have gotten lucky last night, or?
That's what I thought, but it doesn't explain the really hot room.
He could have gotten real lucky.
I can use my.
Extremely lucky.
oh,
Can I look at this paper and use divine sense?
Absolutely.
Yes, of course.
And Amon, if it helps, we were talking to his demon yesterday, so that doesn't help.
Okay.
I mean,
I don't know. I don't know what he's into.
Yeah.
Did anything happen?
1 second.
Yeah, did anything happen?
No.
Oh yeah, sorry. You can
Did Aqua. Did anything happen?
We found out he's scared of the guy who owns my soul, so that's fun to know.
And that was content.
Yeah. Seemed pretty content.
Well, not content. Content.
Extreme fiendish energy on the paper.
It's. I know where this paper came from. Egthron.
Son of a bitch. He just walked away yesterday, so we thought he just needed to chill out or something. I don't know, but maybe that boosted him up a little more. I don't. Point being, Niall's not in the room.
Does this mean he's out there killing more people and we have to be worried about the state of our ruby seals? And the state of the town?
Yes.
Do you think Agthron could have... I don't know. Is he all... Wait. Is there any signs of exit? Aqua, was there any signs of, was his room kept clean?
The only messy thing was the bed, because Niall doesn't really make his bed for some reason. I don't know. But I had another body shape on the bed.
I think I can see where Soren is going with this. Could
What do you mean?
Ekthron have taken Niall somewhere?
Or
What? No.
either he is out and
I'll go check his room.
I'll come with you.
Sure.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom.
Wait, do I have it?
I'll cast detect magic. You've got divine sense.
You casted the cast.
With divine sense still up, you see the shape of a door on the far wall, slowly fading with fiendish energy. Detect magic, you sense some planar magic.
Nico, a
Planar
portal's
magic.
closing on that wall.
I don't know if I can keep it open.
What's the door? Open it up.
Oh.
I don't have anything that would let me do that, but I like.
Kronos gonna
try to pass through.
Kronos gonna throw a chair at it before Nico can touch their hand through it.
You throw a chair at the wall.
What do you mean?
It's like
And
underhand.
as
it's
it
like,
gets close to the wall, it ignites, and by the time it hits the wall, it's ash.
Kronos grabs Nico's wrist.
Ah!
Don't touch it.
What if we could go through? We could go through.
I don't think any of us are fireproof.
Yet.
I could freeze it with my cone of cold.
You just pulled out an ice cream.
Can I re-look at the note or do I get the vibe from the note that it's actually truthful that Niall will come back in a day or before
with your
announcement?
insight check, you just now don't believe that Niall wrote this, so you just don't know.
Okay, fair enough.
Aqua, what does the note say?
You can read it. I don't. It just says need some more time, but I'll be there for the speech.
So he'll be there for the speech. So
Well, Demon said that, but who actually knows?
yes. And what did you find in there? Just yells into the room.
A portal.
Okay. So,
He did took Niall somewhere.
so he did take Nell somewhere.
Yeah.
And can any of us make portals?
No.
Moss, can you make a portal? Where's Moss?
No, I can't make a portal.
I was like, is Moss gone too?
I'd already have been able to go home and kill that hag by now.
Oh, yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah,
fair.
we gotta. Oh yeah, we gotta do that.
We don't have. Moss is only great to that.
It only
Thank
worked
you
when
for
I
your
had my tower.
never-ending support.
welcome. You're welcome.
Uh,
Someone whispers that he was like.
I don't. I kind of want to stay here. In case they come back.
Well, the note says that they'll meet us there, right?
Yeah, so meet us at some meeting, so. Or at some speech. So. Do
Yeah,
not
I guess.
until if they do not appear at the announcement, then we can go full. What is? I guess aqua mode, whatever you call it. Panic.
Are we that? No, is there? I'm there now. What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, act on these panics, because there is nothing we can do at the moment, unless
Sit
we can
here
create
and
a
wait?
portal. That's nothing. That's literally nothing, Aqua.
Well, it's either sitting here waiting or sitting over there and waiting. And we're a team. We can
We're
I just
Aqua,
sit here.
I mean,
listen,
actively
and then,
doing
like,
something to figure out how to make a portal to go after them, not wait for them.
I guess.
You need to stop waiting for things and start being more proactive.
Okay, but that's all I know.
Well, let's
Aqua,
go. Go ahead.
If you want to stay here, Aqua, that's where your heart is. I'll stay with you. But if the note says that they'll be at wherever we're going, then that, even if it wasn't written by them, it can still be a promise from whoever did write it that they will be there.
But like,
So
I don't
what-
know enough about demons. Do they tell the truth?
I think
it can depend.
I don't think they would go out of their. I don't think they would go out of their way to write it down if they didn't intend to carry it out. They could have just not left a note at all. Could be gone, and we'd be just as lost, if not more.
That's actually a very valid point.
Why would they tell us if they?
Yes. If
And they could have just said nothing. They could have said nothing.
they literally could have left nothing at all.
Yeah.
I just realized it won't work. Never mind.
You just realized I learned planar shift this morning. Let's go.
No, I was thinking of like the sending stone, but that has to be in the same plane, I believe.
Niall.
Yes.
Yeah,
Or-
so Niall has
If you
to
pull out the sending stone, you're like, never mind. I think
I'm literally gonna go. What if? No.
It's just a delayed response. So when Niall comes back from wherever they are, in their head, they're just gonna hear Aqua go, "Never mind," and it's gonna be really fucking weird.
I just get like 50 missed messages.
Soren can message Niall. Sending is I can message Sam.
Can you? And like, literally just say, "Are you for sure meeting us there?"
That's all you want to know.
I mean, the fact that it looks like there was no struggle means that Niall agreed, but I just want to make sure that he's not gone forever. Like, that was a scare with Kudo. The fuck?
I was scared.
I can
You
understand.
were in the portal.
Yeah.
But
And
that's
I
the
could-
difference. That was taken. This one's not taken. Maybe.
Yeah, I couldn't even message him that. Even if I wanted to. All right. Well, what? So, are you coming to the meeting or coming to the thing? That's all you want to know, not where they are, potentially, if they could answer that.
I can leave that up to you. I just want to make sure he's okay.
Well, it's a message for you as well.
Yeah, so I just want to know if he's okay
Mm-hmm.
and if he'll be there before the speech. And then you can, if you're super curious and want to know more stuff, you can ask more stuff.
I mean, I only have 25 words. Okay. Niall, are you going to be at the speech? It's 9.
Mhm.
Are you okay?
And that's
And I
where
think
we'll
that's-
end tonight's session.
Yeah.
Please leave your message after the time.
You just hear dial tone.
Do you want me to roll to see if it goes through? Because there's a 5%
I
chance. that
do,
it-
yes. And then also write down what you just said so we remember it for next session.
Is this where you prank us and say, the session was canon?
Yeah,
You
April
just
Was
wake
that
up-
the
Fools.
April Fool's prank?
Yeah,
we
next
wake up
session
3
is
days
50.
ago
Yeah.
again.
So we don't prank.
That would honestly be so frustrating.
It's just Groundhog Day.
Just
You wake
stuck.
up the day before
Ugh.
the meeting.
I mean, if that's the case,
So yeah,
we
you
can
roll a
save now.
D100. If it's 5 or lower, it fails.
All right.
Or a nat 1 on a D20, whatever you prefer.
All right. I'm going to.
You're at the 100. It's a little easier not to fail,
I got a 62.
Okay, you're good. Message succeeded.
Bang,
We'll see you
bang.
guys next
Art,
week.
Art you okay?
Art thou okay?
Are you? Okay.
Thanks for
See you
tuning
next
in,
week.
Art
everybody.
thou okay? Art thou okay?
Is thou in good health?
Is
Goodbye,
thou
everyone.
in good health?
Bye, everybody. Hope you have a good week. Rest of your April
Thank you.
Fool.
Oh my, hello? Hello? Where am I? Oh my god, okay. Alright, okay. Alright, you're fine, Daryl. Catherine? Sarah? Where the oh, okay. Alright, it's fine. Who are you? Okay, why are you made of shadows? Okay, is that an elf? Was this Lord of the Rings? Okay, okay. Oh my God! Please don't kill me! Please don't kill me! Okay. Just read this. Okay. I can do that. I did theater back then. Okay. In the heart of a towering spire, ensconced within the boundless darkness of the abyss, lies a meeting room of unparalleled grandeur. That's amazing. Carved from obsidian and veined with pulsating lines of molten lava, the chamber exudes an ominous yet captivating allure. Its walls are adorned with ancient runes that shimmer with eldritch energy, casting eerie shadows that dance and writhe with every flicker of the torchlight. Okay, I did it. Please let me go. I miss my family.